Whoop, whoop. What's up, Bearcat and Junker Bros? We're here hanging, chilling, kicking it live. It's HMG After Dark. Doing a watch along of Starrcade 1983, pal. Whoop, whoop. And I did find a feed. I did manage to find a feed of it. I will give you guys a link to it. It was some weird ass Russian YouTube site. Hang on, let me get the tweet out. Let them know we're live, pal. Hey, what's up, Dan? Whoop, whoop. That's the link. And it starts right at the tag team match between the Assassins versus Bugsy McGraw and Rufus R. Jones. Whoop, whoop. All right, so we got it ready, got it lined up. Your usual countdown: 3, 2, 1, play. Hit and play on play in 3, 2, 1, play.
No question about it. We're seeing a brand new wave of professional wrestling tonight. I think marks the night indeed. You see Paul Jones out there with the two masked assassins. They'll be taking on Rufus R. Jones and the.
Absolutely. Gordon, the Assassins, managed by Paul Jones, and of course, Rufus R.
Hey, what's up, guys? Doing well? What to do with you? Whoop, whoop.
And Bugsy McGraw, who is always very unpredictable in the ring. You never know what Bugsy's going to do, particularly now against a pair like the Master.
Hey, what's up, Hammer? Whoop, whoop. Too legit to quit in the house. Happy Sunday. Hope all's well. Always a pleasure. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, so kind of keep it old school wrestling style. Here's my smorgasbord of a dinner for tonight. In the back here, we got some French fries. Back right here, we got 2 hot dogs. And because I kind of fucked up and forgot to get hamburger buns, I went with 2 tacos. And then over here, we got a plate of nachos. Whoop, whoop.
Okay, the assassin slipping away, and Rufus R. Jones, the freight train.
One of the goats on that mic behind the table. Whoop, whoop.
He rings for a Coliseum, over 16,000 thousands turned away tonight, and I understand went on down to Winston-Salem to pick us up, of course, on the closed circuit.
Whoop, whoop. Yeah, looking forward to watching those for the first time. I have not seen any of these matches ever before, so I'm looking forward to it.
We're talking about, of course, coming up. Everything is geared tonight toward the Starrcade 83 and the flair for the gold, the World Heavyweight Championship between Harley Race and Ric Flair.
Gordon, you're 100% right, because Starrcade 83 is the event of 1983 in the sports world. It's the biggest wrestling event ever to occur anywhere. And fans, some of the matches that you're going to be seeing are a little later on. Did you say some better than 15,000 here, Gordon? And they really win this match.
No question about it, and it's
yeah, Bob Caudle too. Rest in peace to both men. Whoop, whoop.
The assassin drives him to the canvas, and McGraw now.
Yeah, so I did find a link to like a Russian YouTube site that has Starrcade 1983. That's what we're watching it on. The link is in the chat. Whoop, whoop.
Barber will be interviewing competitors and fans alike.
Currently, the opening match right now: Assassins versus Bugsy McGraw and Rufus R. Jones.
We just had our first switch in the match as the Assassins have tagged, and now the big and is not as heavy as the Assassin 1. He has really got the muscles, and here is a strong individual. We've seen him come off of the ropes and the blocks and tackles, and it's just like not moving him. He is so strong and so powerful.
85, yeah, that's what that was the original plan until it's like, wait, there's no place that has it. Like you could scour the internet, there's like literally no place that has it.
Rufus coming in, strut around the ring as he now has the assassin on the go. And there we go. Rufus now with the arm and the wrist. Still got the pressure on the assassin. As the assassin with his shoulders down.
I feel you. I feel you, but I feel you. It's unfortunately that was the thing at the time. That was one of those times things. Thankfully, we're trying to grow out of it. It looks like, at least.
Boy, you're gonna know it, and at times he's gonna go right down.
Oh, I'm sorry, dude. My bad, bro.
All right, Bugsy McGraw now back in after that tag. McGraw now with the wrist is going to be back to the corner by the assassin, and in the corner it could be trouble as McGraw was double teamed there for a moment, but he's going to find his way now out of that corner, and the assassin is going to back away at this point. We talked about the unpredictability of this man, Gordon.
That's the first time I've ever seen or heard of him, and I like him. I thought, like, just a little bit I've seen of him tonight, I thought he was pretty good.
Of course, there you see Paul Jones cheering his men on, and Paul Jones, the extremely controversial figure, tremendous competitor in his own right.
Get yourself a VPN, pal.
McGraw now taking the full brunt of this forearm. Interesting to see what happens. McGraw, of course, came out of the University of Indiana, I believe, has his degree in business administration, is a very, very sensitive individual, relying the power that he has. Young, at this moment,
I was thinking some of these French fries, pal.
Well, right there, I saw when he went by, and the fans may have noticed it, was McGraw had that fist clenched, and when he went by the referee, and the referee Tommy Young for this match, he sort of checked that fist of McGraw just to be sure he didn't have anything in that closed hand. But that Rufus now.
Tommy is an extremely conscientious official, and Rufus R. Jones, of course, the freight train.
Nice, Gruss.
Certainly is one of the great competitors.
Yeah, that.
And he is.
Yeah, that's a great announcer. Like that's the mark of a great announcer. Like you can listen to him, and it's like listening to a radio. They're telling the story, like the way they're telling the story. You can picture what's going on in your head.
The assassin's beginning to find out he's got a tough chore on his hands.
All right, still with that wrist in that hand. Here is Rufus R. Freight Train Jones, as we say, our Mid-Atlantic champion. And Rufus with that.
Give me one of the greatest refs of all time, Tommy Young. Whoop whoop.
The double thrust for you. And the assassin on the mat.
No question about it. When the freight train gets riled,
people
start hitting the deck. All right, referee Tommy, I'm moving in on him once again as the assassin moves back out of the way. Hard right hand by Rufus R. Jones. Another hard stinging right.
He whipped that big man across that ring, and when he hit that corner, he hit him with a full force of speed. He just about moved that ring around.
Yeah, full Irish whip on him, put him down to the.
Yes, sir. Whoop whoop.
Problems here. He'll be getting up, I would assume, rather slowly.
Hey, what's up, Ashay? Whoop whoop.
Slowly at this point. Rufus R.
You know what? Honestly, I don't know. Let me go check. It might be.
And it is the assassin now with a side headlock. Ripping across the eyes once again. It's difficult.
Whoop, whoop.
He has an object in his hand.
Gabby Veda Scott in 1983 announcing. Whoop, whoop.
And here that is Ripley pulling at the eyes. He had Rufus down on his knees from behind him, went right to the eyes. And that'll take a big man and take him right down.
No question about that. And now the assassin's beginning to prevail here. The assassin's pounding away. This is the lighter weight of the two, but he is powerfully muscled. Rufus catches him with that beautiful headbutt.
Yeah, it's not. It is not on the. Not in the vault.
As Rufus made the tag now to Bugsy McGraw.
McGraw has things pretty well in control here as the second assassin moves in. And McGraw now with a series of stinging right hands. And this one came from the backyard and dropped the assassin. You can see him shaking his head, trying to clear those cobwebs. And now it's both four of them in the ring.
All four of them right here. This could be a wild time. Watch it. McGraw's got one assassin up for the atomic drop. There's Rufus.
This is a good opening match. This is how you open a match. Or open a show. Yep, and on the fly. It's on the fly, too.
Disappointing situation for Bugsy McGraw and Rufus R. Jones, but in knowing the assassins and watching them compete over the years, I am not surprised. They are clever, they're devious, and they're extremely powerful.
Right you are. Fans, I'm Bob Caudle, along with Gordon Soley. We're delighted to be bringing you
Whoop, whoop.
live from Greensboro, North Carolina, Starrcade 83. Gordon, you and I have seen wrestling for a long time, and the fans around the world have seen you from Superstation 17. This is the wrestling event of all time.
Well, there's no question about that, Tom. Let me just say this. It is Starrcade 83. It is the flair for the gold. There's no question about it. The World Heavyweight Championship on the line tonight. 2 times World Heavyweight Champion Ric Flair going back against 7 times World Heavyweight Champion Harley Race. And of course, one other man, the only man to stand in between them during their championship careers, is here tonight and is going to challenge the winner, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
Okay, Gordon, I tell you, we have some other people around we wanted to see. Let's go to Tony Schiavone right now.
Okay, Bob Caudle, Gordon Soley, thank you very much. And we are here in the dressing room. This is Tony Schiavone, and we're going to give you a unique view tonight during Starrcade 83.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Jody Hamilton was the assassin one. Yep.
We'll be here in the dressing room.
Hercules Hernandez, number 2. And give me super young Tony Schiavone is a backstage dude. Superstation over strong, pal. Whoop, whoop.
They've been here for a while. They're talking about the events coming up. And, of course, it will all culminate with the World Championship match between Ric Flair and Harley Race of Flair for the gold. We'll be here. We'll be over talking to Harley Race. We'll talk to Ric Flair moments before they go into the ring to ask them 83 about the night that they've waited for such a long time. And we hope you'll join us. We hope you'll be with us. We'll talk to some of the wrestlers, and you'll get the unique view that you've never seen before in professional wrestling. We're just about ready for the second match to begin. At this time, we go to the voice of the Greensboro Coliseum and the ring announcer. Here's Tom Miller.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next event of the evening is a tag team match. 1 fall with a 45-minute time limit. Introducing first, in the corner to my immediate left, from Indianapolis, Indiana, weighing in at 237 pounds, Johnny Weaver. His team partner from the Sunshine State of Florida, weighing in at 216 pounds, Scott McGee. Their opponents.
1 fall.
Boston, Massachusetts, weighing in at 230 pounds, Kevin Sullivan.
No, really young Kevin Sullivan. Wow.
His team partner, accompanied by his manager.
A young and jacked Kevin Sullivan. Damn.
Mark Lewin. And your referee, Sonny Fargo. Fans, and more tag team action right here. Mark Lewin, Kevin Sullivan against Johnny Weaver and Scott McGee. And of course, their manager in there, Kevin Hart. And
I've heard really good stories about him.
I call him Kevin Hart. I mean Gary Hart. In with Kevin Sullivan and Mark Lewin. But
nice. Whoop, whoop.
That he can control these 2 men. That he can keep them under control. And if he does that, anytime he keeps them under control, they're a team that really has to be reckoned with.
No question about that. A quick duck under go behind and a waistlock taken out by Sullivan, but Scott McGee up and over his man, leapfrogs him and catches him with a beautiful crowd drop kick. And another drop kick by McGee. McGee is a second-generation wrestler and a tremendous competitor. By the way, Starrcade 83 is a copyright presentation of Jim Crockett Promotions Incorporated. Any use of or any reproduction of this telecast is prohibited without written permission of Jim Crockett Promotions Incorporated.
All right, and Lewin, who had McGee back to the corner, was going to come with the elbow right down on top of the head. McGee very quickly got out from under that. He saw it coming, ducked right under, and quickly out of the corner. And here's another tag now to Kevin Sullivan, who is back in.
Sullivan, of course, extremely
good. Oh, yeah, his work in Florida, yeah. There's a violent satanic stuff he used to, the violent satanic character he was doing.
Bringing him into the ring. The side headlock from Sullivan. Many people have accused Sullivan of being a druid.
Oh, yeah, that's right, he was. That's right, he was. I forgot about, my bad.
Oh, he caught the ropes. He saw Johnny Weaver, who had that right hand cocked and ready to go. And Johnny Weaver and Scott McGee, who can really mix it up. They can mix it with Lewin and Sullivan.
I respect you, Booker, man.
They're 2 of the finest scientific wrestlers around.
Weaver, of course, has the experience and background similar to that of Mark Lewin. Scott McGee and Kevin Sullivan, both of them somewhat younger in the professional.
Look at that, working an arm, tagging in and out and working an arm, working and selling an arm in the most basic, simplistic way possible, and the crowd is with it.
Good moving by Scott McGee. And fans right here, let's set the stage for you a little bit during Starrcade 83. Of course, a Flair for the goal, and that's Ric Flair and Harley Race for the World Heavyweight Championship. Also, the World Tag Team Championship match. That between Jockey and Jerry Briscoe, Rick Steamboat, and
look at, wow.
One Gordon that I think fans around the world are waiting to see. A collar match for the chain. The United States Heavyweight.
I'm legit blown away. Like this is good. Like, this is how you do tag. Like, this is a good tag team wrestling match. Simple, basic psychology, working heat, heels tagging in and out.
Puerto Rico and Trinidad are really looking forward to that match.
Well, of course, that match was banned in Puerto Rico, and for understandable reasons, because it got entirely out of hand. Carlos Colon has come all the way here to the mainland to go up against him. That's how determined a man he is. Of course, I've known Carlos Colon for years.
Man, I'm learning watching this.
But right now,
just how simple and basic it is. Just working and selling holds. Not taking ridiculous ass bumps on your head, almost breaking your neck, almost getting ligaments torn. The simple, basic holds, working and selling.
After his through wrestling as an amateur, had to wash with a cold bucket of water, believe it or not. Here's a young man who has really come a long way.
Whoop, whoop.
And the referee's going to disallow that tag. He went between the ropes, Gordon, instead of over. You got to go over that top rope for that tag to your partner. And Johnny Weaver was through the ropes.
That was a tough break for Scott McGee. And he does need to get over and tag up with Johnny Weaver.
All right, but watch Lewin and Sullivan right here. They're working together and they're tagging in and out. And they're going to keep a fresh man in the ring if they can. And they want to keep McGee there too, Gordon.
No question about that. If they can fire him out, if they can keep getting over to his own corner and tagging up.
Sheets don't know shit. Sheets don't know shit.
They're going to have a lot of things going their way. And Scott McGee is beginning to find that out right now. Unfortunate situation that he was.
This is way more believable than anything I'm seeing today.
It's been on Scott McGee against both Mark Lewin and Kevin Sullivan. And I think it's beginning to show on him just a little bit at this stage. He's beginning to tire some now.
Well, when you begin to think that, and there you see Playboy Gary Hart outside the ring watching his team very, very carefully, you begin to think that right now these men have gone nearly a full quarter.
I disagree. The problem is everybody abandoned this because lucha, high flying, high spot, Japanese strong style, wrong style, dong style, that became the hot thing with the marks. And they kept running with that because they started ignoring these casual fan bases. Yes, Hammer. Give Hammer all the points. Give Hammer all the flowers. Yes. If the talent would actually apply it, it could absolutely come back. But they got distracted by the shiny new toy and whatever the dirt sheets are, raving on about and trying to get the pleasure of trying to get the approval of the dirt sheets. Instead of trying to sell fucking tickets.
Good strategy here. Obviously, they're taking their instructions from a good close-up shot here of Weaver. He's in a lot of pain, no question about it.
You can tell a tremendous amount of pain he's feeling as they've got that arm and that wrist, and you can see it in his face and his eyes. Referee now holding McGee
back. Simple stuff like this, like a double team behind the ref's back because the baby face was trying to, running into the ring, trying to stop the double team. And look at that, the double team move actually ends the match. Like that double team cheat actually wins the match for the heels.
Well, we could possibly see a reversal of the situation here. I'm not sure. Obviously, we do have a problem here, and it is Scott McCann. It is
Whoop, whoop, F the dirt sheets.
With that, and he too has been lacerated. Mosca has been lacerated in the arm, no question about it. Scott McGee, the severe laceration of the forehead, and it is Kevin Sullivan and Mark Lewin continuing to punish.
And Gary Hart is saying, give me more and give me more. Jordan right here, really uncalled for. Fans, this is just this wild in the ring, and there's no way to get order restored at this point. We have gone wild. Here's Mosca, and there goes Lewin out of the ring.
I'll guarantee you that Mosca will restore order if nobody else can. And even though he was caught in the arm with that foreign object, whatever it was sufficient to severely lacerate Scott McGee and also Angelo Mosca. And a bad situation here, no question about it. But thankfully, Angelo Mosca, sometimes known as King Kong Mosca, was on hand.
All right, and here is Mosca now and Johnny Weaver as they're trying to administer to Scott McGee out near the center of the ring. And he is in a bad way after being attacked by Lewin and Sullivan with that object.
Yeah, it's completely a lost art. Man, it's foreign object, yeah.
All right, and fans, you saw it right there in the ring. Gordon, really uncalled for. Why in the world they wanted to go to do that and to punish him like that, I don't know. Particularly with that foreign object.
Well, that's the thing, of course. Gary Hart, this is part of his background. He's always been a very, very devious but very clever manager. The thing that was so uncalled for is that they had the victory. This was unnecessary to continue to attack a young fellow like Scott McGee. Thank heavens, though, that Angelo Mosca was there, even though he received a severe laceration in his arm. He was still capable of ridding the ring of it.
All right, fans, and there you see that. And right now, we want to show you and go to the prettiest face that you're going to see this evening. Let's go to Barbara Clary.
I'm here with the Estes family from Gaffney, South Carolina. How far did y'all have to drive to get here?
About 180 miles.
Was it worth it?
Yes, ma'am.
Who do y'all think is going to win the big match? Ric Flair.
Ric Flair. Ric Flair.
Do you think Ric Flair is going to beat Harley Race? There you got it. That's the opinion.
Yeah, but they can reverse the course if they wanted to.
Okay, we're back here in the dressing room, and I'm flanked by many champions. Of course, U.S. champion Greg Valentine to my right, the World's Tag Team champion Jerry Briscoe. Of course, you know this man, 7 times World's Heavyweight Champion Harley Race. Mr. Race, I'm sure on Thanksgiving Day, the last place you wanted to be was Greensboro, North Carolina, but you're here right now, and I'm sure the fans are interested in some of your thoughts.
On any given day, the last place on earth that I would want to be would be Greensboro, North Carolina, facing the situation that I've got to face tonight. I've been sitting around here talking with a few of my friends that are knowledgeable about Ric Flair. They know his short.
Harley Race, that's one man I'm so glad I had the opportunity to say hi to and introduce myself and shake his hand before he passed.
What has been happening to Ric Flair in the last few weeks?
That's right. Oh, yeah, that's right. They used to have Starrcade on Thanksgiving. I forgot about that. Whoop, whoop.
What your shortcomings are. Man, I'm going after each and every one of those spots.
There you hear it, friends, from 7 times World's Heavyweight Champion Harley Race, a man who says that.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next event of the evening is
Whoop,
a
whoop.
one-fall match with a 60-minute time limit. Introducing first in the corner to my left, from Puerto Rico, weighing in at 226 pounds, Carlos Colon.
Other than when I know Penta like a time or two, but that's really about it.
And Abdullah the Butcher. And your referee is Stu Schwartz.
Okay, Stu Schwartz, the referee. Now, this match was banned in Puerto Rico. So for those of you who are watching right now in San Juan, Carlos Colon came to the mainland and specifically challenged Abdullah the Butcher for this match. because of the situation.
Oh yeah, that's right.
In Puerto Rico.
That's that's right. Yeah, because Survivor Series was actually created as as counter programming to Starrcade. I totally forgot about that. Yeah, that's a crazy fact. Survivor Series was actually Survivor Series originally created to be counter programming for Starrcade.
Wild man from the Sudan is the only explanation I can give.
Yeah, tremendous difference in the size when you look at the two men. As you talk about Abdullah, about 400 pounds. Wild, he does anything. Carlos Colon, but as you say, he wanted him so bad, Gordon. He was ready to go anywhere to get him, and we're delighted that are able to watch this match via satellite.
Well, we certainly want to say a special hello to all of the folks in the Great Caribbean Basin area, and I will say this: that Abdullah the Butcher,
Abdullah,
his own style. He's a dangerous, extremely powerful man, as Carlos Colon knows. The thing about Abdullah, though, is he has no scruples whatsoever.
And I think, too, fans, you will notice if you watch Abdullah and Gordon, I don't know the reason for it, but I'm sure he's going to use them some way. He's got his fingers taped up, he's got his wrist and his hand taped, and I'm sure that he's going to be using that on Carlos.
He'll seize any opportunity possible, there's no question about it. Colon counters with a beautiful right hand.
It's been mostly the Butcher, though, as he's had Carlos Colon in trouble on the ropes and in the corner. Watch the young man fight out now, coming out of that.
So I got to fly in the room, so if I got a chance to smack it, I'm going to.
Colon goes. Referee Stu Schwartz throwing the count, and it is Abdullah the Butcher.
I think he was biting on him right there, Gordon.
Colon has turned the tables on this one now. I'm sure that was the object that was surreptitiously slipped out of the trunks of Abdullah the Butcher. He used it.
That's exactly right. That's where he got it, Gordon. He got the object away from Abdullah, and he's got Abdullah hurt.
100, Bruce. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Still with the object in his hand.
Yeah, Vince was just the better promoter. Vince was just a better promoter.
He's getting it in the mouth, ripping it, and throwing it in the mouth, and again now fighting on Abdullah. Again, drives it to the head. And the big man, the wild man, down on his knee. Look at him reeling. Almost went down.
High knee lift now by Carlos Colon has Abdullah the Butcher back into the turnbuckle, and it's Colon. An arm whip into the ropes, catches him with a short driving right hand to the midsection. And he lift the puts it off to the canvas again, and then comes right across the throat and the pectoralis majors. And it is Abdullah the Butcher who is now feeling the pain, the anger, and the.
All right, if I'm wrong, please correct me, but it seems like the story of this match is the match opened with like Abdullah trying to use a weapon on Carlos Colon. Carlos got a hold of it, used it on Abdullah to get him to start bleeding, basically giving him a weak point to attack. So basically, the babyface trying to do everything he can to keep the heel down while going for that weak point, while the heel does everything dirty he can to fight back.
Wait a minute! Somebody just charged the ring. Somebody just.
Yeah, this was like right at the epicenter of it, like right at the very beginning of it.
Just caught Carlos Colon from behind, and Abdullah the Butcher.
Hugo Savinovich.
Doing here as he came charging into the ring, and there he is with Abdullah.
Oh, we know Hugo Savinovich.
Didn't even know he was here, and all of a sudden. All right, let's go to Tony Schiavone, fans.
Okay, fans, we're back in the dressing room, and it really isn't a pleasant sight here.
Hey, yo!
World's Tag Team Championship match that you are supposed to be a referee in. The question is now, can you referee in that match?
Yes, sir, Hammer. Whoop, whoop.
I would referee this match.
Mr. No Monikers needed in the house.
Tonight, almost brought tears to my eyes.
Let me talk to you. What's up, Ty? Whoop, whoop.
I'm a 21-year-old boy called my son. So, Mark Lewin, I felt the wrath of the spite.
Yeah, give me a flare for the Gold Jones, pal. Whoop, whoop.
Because when I was carrying that young 21-year-old boy back to the dressing room, I said there's no place in the NWA or professional wrestling.
Here's what's another thing that's a big part of making this show good. These backstage interviews are amazing.
The youth, that youth is what makes our...
And these backstage promos are tremendous. Yeah, this is some great, just tremendous classic old school wrestling. Whoop, whoop.
Well, you heard it from Angelo
Him cutting that promo while and then they put that camera pulls back and there's his partner, blood dripping down his face.
Before we go to Barbara Clary, the World Championship match between Ric Flair and Harley Race. I know you're upset. Some thoughts about that one?
I have worked out with Ric Flair many, many times. I have never seen a man that's more ready. He has the attitude and the aptitude to be world's champion. I know Harley Race.
Yep.
But I know
Vince wasn't playing.
my own heart that Ric Flair will prevail.
Let's go to Barbara Clary in the Greensboro Coliseum.
I'm here with Ann and Jean, who came from Raleigh, South Carolina. Was it worth the drive?
Yes, ma'am.
Y'all go to wrestling matches a lot. Who's your favorite wrestler?
Charlie Brown.
Ric Flair. And who do you expect to win the big match?
Ric Flair. Ric Flair.
So far, everybody expects Ric Flair to win. It'll be interesting to see. Now let's go to Tom Miller.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next event of the evening is a one-fall match.
Yep, give me UWF, pal.
5-minute time limit. Introducing first in the corner to my immediate left, from the state of Oklahoma,
Mid-South, whoop, whoop.
160 pounds, Chief Wahoo McDaniel.
Man,
His team partner from
dude, such classic, man.
weighing in at 230 pounds, Mark Youngblood. And their opponents from Florida, weighing in at 235 pounds, Dick Slater. And his team partner from Kansas City, Missouri, weighing in at 238 pounds.
Before, because I believe Black Saturday was 1984.
Claims your referee is Tommy Young. More tag team action right here, fans. Two Indians and
Yeah, no social media.
Mark Youngblood, the younger brother of Jay Youngblood, against Bob Orton and Dick Slater.
Ladies and gentlemen, with us this evening, a very special guest, the two. Well, apparently we had a quick audio failure.
Dusty Rhodes, where is Dusty
We're
Rhodes?
introducing now two times world heavyweight champion Dusty Rhodes. He is here.
He was introducing Dusty Rhodes, I think, Gordon.
Yes, and Dusty Rhodes, of course, here tonight, obviously determines the winner of the Starrcade 83, the Flair for the Gold, the match between Ric Flair and Harley Race. He is the only man that has stood between these two in that quest for the World Heavyweight Championship. But this tag team match should be something indeed. Wahoo McDaniels, former of the New York Jets out of the Miami Dolphins, an outstanding athlete, all of his life out of Oklahoma, facing Dick Slater and Bob Orton Jr. Slater, of course, I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times about him. He tried a buzzsaw and give him the first two rounds.
Oh, no doubt about that. And he and Orton He and Orton are the two men, Gordon, and I know a lot of wrestling fans around the world are aware of this, but he and Orton are
Whoop, whoop.
the $25,000 bounty from the world champion Harley Race on Ric Flair. And supposedly they had kicked Ric Flair out of professional wrestling. It just didn't quite work that way.
Ric Flair, of course, here's a young man who was born basically with a silver spoon in his mouth, if you will. But he had offers from over a dozen colleges. Finally chose.
Wow, okay.
He had an opportunity to go to a dozen different schools. Finally chose the University.
And I know, let me see.
An outstanding wrestler and college football player. And it is Mark Youngblood now punishing one Dick Slater and making his presence very much felt in the squared circle.
I think during this match, and look at this shot now from overhead in the Greensboro Coliseum, high up in the ceiling, and fans are looking right down on the ring and on the action from up high. Mark Youngblood, Gordon, I think Mark and Wahoo are really going to complement each other exactly right in that ring. Big, rough, rugged, strong, tough, and here's a young man right now who can really move in that ring, Mark Youngblood.
Beautiful high double-A pickup and a reverse on Youngblood, but Youngblood popped out. I'll tell you what, that cameraman who's up there on those rafters really deserves a vote from everybody because he is
Nice. Whoop, whoop.
75 feet in the air. That's a tough shot, but a beautiful shot.
Dick Slater right there just showing you some of the moves he has, showing you that there's that shot again, but Slater right there was showing you some
Whoop, whoop.
Gordon, he can wrestle with you, or he
Okay,
can
thank you, Dan.
and punish and punch with you. Whichever way you want to go, Dick Slater can do it, and he showed it to you right there, fans.
Yeah, whether it's a Pier 6 brawl or straight wrestling, either way you want to go with Slater, he'll go. He just doesn't care. But trying for a back leg pickup, couldn't make it. Youngblood, he got that single leg pickup that time. Youngblood powered him out.
Gordon now trying to complain to the referee. The Slater was thrown over that top rope, and that's just not going to hold water.
No, his own momentum carried him over, and the referee Tommy Young, who talked to the fair-minded official, was saying, "No, sir, not his on. Get back in the ring, continue wrestling."
If he had been thrown over the ropes, the match could have ended right there in the disqualification. But he went over, as Gordon said, at his own momentum. Mark Youngblood now out to the center of the ring, and he wants Slater back out. Says, "Come on back out of that corner." Slater trying to stay back in close, where his partner Bob Orton
Whoop, whoop.
give him a little help, and if possible,
Hey, what's up, Scott Woodford?
And I think we're gonna
Nice. Hope you kick ass this year, pal. Good to see you, man. Happy Sunday. Hope all is well. Let me get sign your NDA, pal. Whoop, whoop. Sorry, I'm super fucking hungry and I gotta eat. And I got some delicious ass tacos right in front of me, so I'm just kind of digging in.
All done within the 4 count, which is the critical area. Now has him up. Let's see what he's doing.
He's got
Military press over his head. Up to the back break. Caught in. Well, you can get a hit pointer from him in a hurry. I guarantee you that.
And he just got to the side, right down to the mat. Fans, if you're not familiar with Bob Orton Jr., let me tell you, here's a man who really likes to hurt you. Bob Orton likes to punish you.
Yeah, shouldn't that be a DQ? Shouldn't it be a DQ over the top rope?
Well, the thing about Orton, he's another second tall. It's Orton rolling back inside, running off the rope, tucking over his man. Youngblood.
Oh, without question. Without question.
Youngblood ready for Slater, though. He's got that right hand cocked out near the center of the ring. Slater protecting Orton as Orton is still down in the corner. Oh, Slater's going to go back out, and it's
Dude, even JR himself has said, no, I'm number 2. Gordon Soley is number 1.
They may have come in just a bit overconfident. They may have thought that Youngblood's inexperience may have served him in bad stead, but I think the
Yes, sir, Hammer. Whoop, whoop.
was obviously a serious discussion going on between Slater and Orton, and it's Orton now and changing the tempo of things. So it is, they're trying to, if you can, stop the momentum. They may have done it here.
I think he did. He had made the tag to Slater when he went into the ropes. Back with that backbreaker again, and now that elbow. And he's a long way from a tag out near the center of the ring.
Slater using the flat of the foot.
He just got to grind that foot right into the face. If he's got him up, he's going to box him now with those. That's a hard right hand. He went way back to get that big right.
Slater is extremely handy with
That hard right hand, pal. And cheers, genitals. Whoop, whoop.
Youngblood back to the canvas once again into a lateral press. Youngblood powers out before the count, however.
If he had hooked that leg, Gordon, he might have had him right there. He left that leg free. Youngblood was able to kick out. He might be in trouble now. Gordon goes down off to the side of the ring and out of the corner. Youngblood down on the floor. Kicking and stomping away at him.
Wahoo McDaniels, who has been protesting to the referee about some of the tactics that are going on, and justifiably so.
Well, here's Gordon now again. He's got Youngblood.
Backbreaker right on the steel barrier.
On that rail.
Oh, yeah. No, I got no doubt she definitely checked out. She definitely got listened to, caught tape of Gordon and Bob Caudle. Whoop, whoop.
There you see Slater, and you don't see any sympathy written on Slater's face whatsoever.
All right.
Exactly. Simple but effective.
Gave him a little assistance, but he comes right into a headbutt.
Gotta hand it to Youngblood, brother. He's got a lot of great second effort here. A lot of intestinal fortitude. Slater, and he tried to boot him right through the uprights for a field goal.
Slater went all the way back across the ring to get all of the speed and the force.
Let me look it up real quick.
Now look at
So I've had to guess it either be 89. It had to be 90 maybe. Let me look.
No question about it. If they can keep Youngblood in the ring, it would appear to me that they may have this.
Yep, 1990.
You see a wily and very, very clever. Hey, beautiful.
hard over the roof, right into that big foot.
That's a question of Youngblood can make the attack. With Wahoo McDaniels, this could change things around, but it's a difficult thing to try and analyze simply because they are very. Referee Tommy Young doing everything that he can, but staying certainly within the perimeters of his.
Whoop, whoop.
Youngblood, who was out once.
Get that flux capacitor, pal. We got it right here. Whoop, whoop.
Good block by Orton. Have to give him credit for that. It was a good headbutt by Dick Slater, and it is Youngblood veering backwards once again. Irish grip off the touches with the back of the elbow. Youngblood back to the canvas once again. And Slater may have him now in a position.
Oh, nice. Good shit.
Looks like he's trying to send him for a vertical suplex.
That's right. He's got
a vertical suplex.
He comes with that.
And Slater feels totally confident of victory here.
Oh, man, he didn't hook that leg.
We talk about great second effort. This Youngblood's got no question about that.
This could be a pile driver coming up here, Gordon. He's trying to get into a position for it.
Good block. Good power by Youngblood. Youngblood.
And again, he didn't make the tag. They're both down.
And I'm not sure Youngblood even realizes where he is. He was so stunned and so dazed in the punishment that he's taken so far in this match. So now I think he's beginning to move toward his own corner. If he can make the he makes the tag.
Dude, the crowd popping real hot, simple hot tag, crowd's popping. That's how you work, boys. That's how you do a tag match.
I'll tell you what.
He goes down from a tomahawk chop.
That'll make a pinner out of you in a hurry. All right, off the ropes once again.
I'm not opposed to that. I'm down with that. I'm down with doing more old school like pay-per-views and major events like these for watch-alongs. Right, yeah, we're not getting any tables out, we're not getting any chairs out or any ladders out, just having working and selling. Psychology. And he got the crowd.
He continues to kick him and stomp him while Wahoo is flat on the mat.
Hard right hand Slater exchanges with it. And you've got two hard fisted competitors here. And it may be Slater getting the edge here as Orton got the cheap Sunday on.
If I can find it. If I can find it. Suffer, I've always heard that was a really good show. That first Clash of Champions.
Slater's got him covered. Oh, we got a count of two. Again, at the count of two, he got a shoulder up just in the nick of time.
Referee Tommy Young very carefully watching those shoulders, and now Slater, disgruntled, punishes him once again.
Trying to get him in a position where he can put him away and put him away for keeps is Slater.
Flag is made. Bob Orton moves back into the ring.
Double team as they whip him. It's right into the double elbow.
Orton sets up. Drives that back to the elbow.
Okay, cool. Yeah, if it's, yeah. Oh, yeah. It might be part of the vault. Yeah, it might be a vault release. Okay, cool.
Very carefully for that one, Gordon. He got all of his weight and all of his power behind it as he gets that knee. Again, it counted.
Good rib, Gruss. Good rib, pal. Good rib, pal.
Great second effort. And I can't help but think that everybody here tonight, including all of the folks who are sitting the 60. And serious error here by that team. And it's Wahoo McDaniel bringing in a trying to drop.
And he goes right into the Young keeps hitting him with that right hand. Made the tag. Now they're going to switch a double team on him.
Here at Tomahawk shots the pitch for the starting on the side. Orton catches the Wahoo McDaniel from behind. But Mark Youngblood has things going very much his own way here with Dick Slater.
Wahoo went right through the ring. He's out of the ring. He's off of the apron. He's down on the floor after having get hit by that knee. And this could spell trouble for Youngblood right here. He's going to have to carry the battle for the moment by himself.
Beautiful drop kick by Youngblood. Another drop kick, and Youngblood hits the short again. Drives him into his own corner. And it is Slater and Wahoo McDaniel battling the outside of the ring. Mark Youngblood.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Whoop. On Bob Orton Jr. Tried for that drop kick, and it was Orton Jr. hanging onto the ropes. Now Slater moves back into the ring.
He's got his hand right around the throat. He was choking right there. You could see.
So his tacos are delicious, pal.
Trying to get out of it. Double team again.
Fantastic in midnight on the undercard. Nice.
Watch Orton now in the corner here, Gordon.
Very much under control here.
Get up from that.
And unfortunately, Wahoo just escaped ladies who tried to come in and save Mark Youngblood.
Wahoo
battle going on between them now.
Wahoo desperately tried to get in, and as you say, he was just a hair lady. He tried as hard as he could to jump and dive in to save his partner, but it was just too late.
Well, a tremendous match nonetheless. Eagerly await the upcoming situation in the World Heavyweight Championship match between two-times World Heavyweight Champion Ric Flair and
They're going to hold Wahoo's arm out. Right here, Slater was up on the top of the rope, but instead he's going to come off of the steps while Orton holds that arm. Now they're trying to hurt him, and they're trying to punish him, and they're trying to really injure him right here. Down across the arm again, Gordon.
Wahoo McDaniel's taking a lot of punishment. It's interesting to note, too, photographers and press from all over the world here tonight. Moving down there along with Tommy Young to
maybe. If it's on the card of a show we're gonna watch. Yeah, but we're not gonna specifically look for a scaffold match.
He could have, if not a broken arm, he certainly the biceps and triceps could have been torn. Or okay, I'll tell you what, we've seen a great match here and a lot of great things.
Well, we're back in the dressing room with, and I'm sure I don't have to introduce these men, Nation Boy Ric Flair, former heavyweight champion, and of course, Ricky Steamboat and Jay Youngblood here with us. Rick, I've been over in Harley's dressing room, Harley Race's dressing room. He's been talking to his friends, he says, and he says he has something prepared, and I was wondering what you think of that.
Well, I hope that he is prepared for the match of a lifetime because myself, Rick Steamboat, Jay Youngblood.
Yeah, the Jack and Jerry, pal. Whoop, whoop.
To be climbing into that ring with all the marbles on the line. I've prepared myself as hard mentally and physically as I can prepare myself. I'm ready for anything. And I want to take this opportunity in front of all these wonderful people who supported us. I wish Jay Youngblood and Rick Steamboat all the luck in the world. You know, this is our night, and we're not going to let anybody down.
I'll tell you what, Rick. You've worked long and hard for it, and to me, and I know to the people that are watching the Starrcade 83, are the deserving world heavyweight champion. I know that you've trained with Rick and myself at Rick's gym, and it's taken a toll because you've proven to everybody around the area exactly what the flair for the gold means. Now, Rick and I have got a match against Jack and Jerry Briscoe, probably one of the most important matches of our entire life. Everything goes.
Jason, this is our most important match. We're going for the gold for an unprecedented fifth time. We're ready. We're mentally prepared. And without a doubt, Jack and Joe Briscoe, you will see your inevitable end coming soon.
Three men who are going for the gold. Now, we've seen 4 exciting matches so far. We have some highlights of those matches to show you right now.
I was about to go outside for Smoky Tokyo. We got Dusty Rhodes in interview. I can't step outside I can't step outside during a Dusty Rhodes interview.
It's a big thrill to be in such a great 3 o'clock for the gold. Ric Flair, great, and the left.
Dusty Rhodes
Still Dusty.
explaining how he feels about being
Whoop,
here.
whoop.
And obviously,
We got Jay Hall in the house. What's up, pal? Happy Sunday. Always a pleasure, man. Hope all's well. Whoop, whoop.
the American Dream. And he is with Barbara Clary. Unfortunately, we are experiencing a bit of audio.
Oh, audio issues during this Dusty Rhodes promo. Okay, cool.
Everybody remember, wrestling history to be made.
And again, Dusty Rhodes said it all, though. Wrestling history is being made here tonight at the Greensboro Coliseum. No
Yes, sir. Whoop, whoop. The future stooge, pal.
One of you, Rick, Flair for the.
Well, if you can read his lips, you can tell what he's
It's a
saying.
good. From boogie back up to the butt. He's talking about having such a good time, though.
All right, stepping outside. Be right back to Smoky Tokyo. 1 sec. Whoop, whoop.
But he's going to have to work a long order afterwards because he's got Dusty Rhodes to deal with.
from all over the world here.
All right, we're back. Sorry about that. Whoop, whoop.
From the Orient, from the Far East. Also,
Yeah, for real. Like you leave and you miss something.
of course, and,
Like I've been waiting for like the popcorn piss break match and it hasn't come, so I was like, I was trying to pick some sort of spot to go.
All right, he was down on one knee near the ropes, and here's Brown right quick back on the knee. He's got him in the sleeper.
Whoop whoop.
Near the center of the ring, and Kabuki just about out at this point. Putting the pressure on that sleeper. And goes Kabuki. Brown, Charlie Brown, still with the sleeper. Applying that pressure. Hart not sure what he should do at this point. Really concerned and upset. Trying to figure out what's going on. As they're down on the mat, and Charlie Brown still putting the nearly out.
let's not forget, of course, the first 15 minutes of this match, the television championship on the line. And a lot of titles will be decided here tonight. And of course, the one big title, there for the gold star.
Yeah, I know, right?
The world championship match between the seven
Work like doing everything in the middle of the ring. Crazy concept, right?
Putting these two,
Working holes in the middle of the ring, bumps in the middle of the ring. Yeah, instead of the outside apron.
Just looking at the face of the great Kabuki is enough to scare you right out of your wits. We got Charlie Brown's mask, we got him in the eyes.
Interestingly enough, of course, the sleeper hold originated in the Orient. That forearm coming across the carotid artery. That, of course, cuts off the blood supply to the brain, drops the blood pressure, and creates unconsciousness. And it is downtown Charlie Brown getting the job done right now on the great Kabuki.
Twice he's had him in the sleeper. Twice he's had him down on the mat. And again, he's near the ropes where Gary Hart could just reach out and get that foot.
Well, and of course, Kabuki got an able assist there from Gary Hart, which is not surprising at all. And Kabuki now trying to retaliate it.
Yep, exactly.
It would be
Softest part of the ring, and also where everybody in the arena has the best view of seeing you. Like when you're center of the ring, that's where you're like everyone can see you.
Possesses probably more knowledge of the martial arts, Gordon, than any wrestler in the ring today.
No question about it. We just saw an example of that. It's the hot-like blow to the chest, and then
Whoop, whoop.
some of them
Looks like a claw.
He's got the claw hold to the head, clamping down on both nipples, and of course, once again, you begin to cut off the blood supply to the upper region of the brain. And when you do this, unconsciousness can follow suit. And Kabuki seems to have it going his way at this time.
All right, fans, as we said, it's mask against title. And Gordon, Gary Hart has been saying for some time that Kabuki wanted this match. He wanted to prove once and for all that Charlie Brown was really Jimmy Brown. And he was going to get the mask off of Charlie Brown. But he was going to prove that they were one and the same.
Beautiful backdrop by downtown Charlie Brown. And I'll tell you what, he caught it that time.
Yes, sir. Now he's onto the ropes. High into the air as he sets up Charlie Brown. And he went right back to that claw off the ropes, Gordon.
I had ringside cameraman trying to pick up a close-up here. And once again, it is Kabuki utilizing that oriental claw very effectively. And we may be seeing the unmasking of this man, Charlie Brown, because Kabuki seems to have things set extremely well. The referee checking those shoulders. Brown gets that left shoulder off the mat. He's retaining consciousness. That's the key to this entire situation. He is maintaining his consciousness. He's trying to get back to his feet. And Kabuki keeps that claw going.
The way that Gordon gets, like the way he like just breaks down and explains what a wrestler is doing and using it to get them over, and it gets them over to the viewer at home, that's an art. That is an art, and he was the best at it.
So much strength in those hands. And when he puts it on that temple and he applies all of that pressure,
Brown back to the canvas. The referee checking the shoulders once again. Remember, it's the title versus the men's. An overhead shot here, and it is Charlie Brown coming back up. Charlie Brown battling for everything that he's got right here.
He's going to make it to his feet, and that's unbelievable. The determination and the strength and the willpower, and it was mind over matter right there by Charlie Brown.
Get me handsome Jimmy Valiant, pal. Whoop, whoop.
Catches him once again. Every switch into the far turnbuckle.
He's really reeling out in the ring, Gordon. He's taken so much punishment. He has been in that claw so long, and he was very unsteady on his feet.
Kabuki up on that top ring rope. Gary Hart giving him the signal. And Charlie Brown trying desperately to get back to his feet. Kabuki crashes down, catches him with the claw once again. Catching both temples and driving him back to the mat. And again, the referee checking those shoulders very carefully. And Charlie Brown, who has had great second effort here.
Todd, I'm guessing, was that Nikita Koloff? Was that Nikita Koloff?
He still has the mental capacity to realize that he's got to keep that shoulder off of the mat.
And see the intensity.
Oh, Roddy Piper. Okay, my bad. That one I have never seen.
He got it up.
He just did get that shoulder up. I thought it was all over right there, Gordon.
I did too. It was an interesting situation because
And Joyce, Joyce, that was pretty good too. Like he was like his own one-man booth. Like he played both roles by himself.
When it looked like Kabuki may put him away, again he gets that shoulder off of the mat and stops
Whoop, whoop.
Kabuki. And look here, you're seeing a very concerned Gary Hart.
Well, you're talking about Gary Hart. We're talking about a man who stands to lose a couple of $100,000 a year if Kabuki loses this television championship, and he stands to eliminate a big problem if they can unmask Charlie Brown. So for Gary Hart, it has to be a very intense moment, even though he's not the man in the ring.
You just can't count the number of times, fans, that Kabuki has had to count a 2 on Charlie Brown. Again, he had him with a count of 2, and again, it looked like it might be.
Yeah, will do. That sounds entertaining. I've always been a Roddy Piper guy. Like my two favorite wrestlers are Stone Cold and Roddy Piper. So yeah, I will definitely check that out.
And trying to take an unfair advantage here of Charlie Brown. A chop into the throat that has Brown staggered again. And Brown still on his feet, and I find this amazing. There's another spotlight blow to the chest, and Kabuki seems to be very much in command of the situation.
Kabuki is so quick and he moves so well. When he comes with those survive kicks, there's no way you can defend against him. And Charlie Brown, his arms are down to his side. He just about can't defend himself, period, at this point.
He's hanging on by.
Yeah, I remember that one. Whoop, whoop. That was good. That was good.
When you talk about conviction, you're talking about being able to take punishment. Look at this man here coming back after what he's been through.
That's a pop. That's a pop, boys. That's a pop. That's a pop.
Well, this was just past Gary Hart. As I said earlier, a couple of $100,000 a year. If in fact Kabuki has won that television championship. We'll have to check with our trainer to find out.
Oh, nice. I'll have to check that out, Dan. Whoop, whoop. Thank you.
The 15 minutes. If not, Kabuki will retain the title, but he doesn't get the mask. But nonetheless, Charlie Brown gets a one heck of a bit.
Charlie Brown showing you his recuperative powers coming back for that win. Let's bring in Dude Walker right here from Durham, North Carolina, Durham Radio. And Dude, let's ask you just a little bit here about Ric Flair. And what do you think about Ric Flair?
Okay, well, I think Ric Flair should definitely take the gold here tonight in Greensboro. We are in Ric's backyard. I know he's been working hard. All the people from G105 are behind him, and I know all the people here tonight in Greensboro want to see Ric Flair take the gold home. It is a Flair for the gold.
All right, Dude, and you're right
Woo, woo.
about that. Jordan, I tell you, the set on Starrcade 83, well, it's lived up to all the expectations and more, and yet to come, unbelievable.
No question about it. As it was said earlier, This is bringing a whole new era to professional wrestling. And for those of you who are watching tonight, you are watching history in the making. No question about it.
No kidding, the show is history in the making.
We're going to see it. The match of all time, no question about that. Ric Flair against Harley Race. Popular consensus here right now seems to be with Ric Flair, but I'll tell you something. You can't count a man down who's become a living legend, who has won that World Heavyweight Championship on 7 different occasions. No other man in the history of the NWA has accomplished that feat besides Harley Race.
Yeah, Gordon, you're 100% right. And what a match it's going to be. That plus the tag team championship match. The world tag team title is going to be at stake. And what I am most anxious to see in fans, I know you're
Tremendous show. Like this is like a pay-per-view show, but they're threading and building to the main event as well as other matches later on in the card as well. And well paced, incredibly well done. Incredibly well done.
Channel 17 with me.
Whoop whoop.
And I got knocked down, and Roddy Piper was the man who jumped in. That sentimentally, I have to be with Roddy Piper tonight. I really do.
All right, and let's go now, fans, to Tony Schiavone.
Fans, not too long ago, these two men right here,
I know, right?
Bob Orton Jr. collected $25,000 from world champion.
Something that's been working for decades. Hey, yeah, let's kind of abandon it and try something new.
Bobby's here.
And things got to go the opposite direction. Well, let's try building a main event.
Wasn't without the help of one Wahoo McDaniels. If it wasn't for McDaniels, we'd have got Flair and put him back in the hospital again. But the cold, hard fact of the matter is, Flair does have his match. But like I just said, 7-time world champion Harley Race, with the information he's gathered from men like Dick Slater and myself, I feel like he will have no more trouble beating Ric Flair than we just did Wahoo McDaniels. I think we turned his arm into mush stick.
The thing about it is, Flair is not out of hot water yet. Because this man right here, being the world's heavyweight champion 7 times, and being in probably some of the toughest matches.
Dude, they're doing such a tremendous job making you hyped and build to this main event, making you want to see it. Like
the National Wrestling Alliance.
This is how you have like a pay-per-view like level card while building to your main event in between matches. Good, so tremendous, so well done.
He's not out of hot water yet because he still has to wrestle this man, and I don't believe Harley Race is going to take it very easily.
Let me say this.
Good question. I don't know.
You, Ric Flair, I know you're watching just like I watched a few minutes ago.
I really don't know.
On the camera.
I think the last time I can remember seeing that was Stranglemania back in April.
Then you know yourself. This right now. This
Whoop whoop, yes sir.
You remember when I hit
Grown ass men, no fluff cakes. Whoop whoop. Yeah, we got no sad sack ass fruit booties.
I'm coming for that neck, but
in this area.
That's my whole ball
whoop, whoop.
All night long is your neck and the elimination of Ric Flair.
Fans, you heard it from the dressing room of the world's heavyweight champion. Now let's go to Barbara Clary out in the Greensboro Coliseum.
Everyone here is watching and waiting to see the outcome of the big Race Flair match, but the man next to me wants to do more than watch. He wants to issue a challenge. Dusty?
You know, Bubba, we're here on the biggest event in the history of wrestling. Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream. Anywhere that there has been a big event in the past 5, 6, 7, 8 years, Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream, 2 times world heavyweight champion, is here. They have asked me many questions.
Oh yeah, that's one of the best storylines of all time. Whoop whoop.
To meet Dusty Rhodes, so I can be 3rd times world heavyweight champion once again. But the thing that is really pressing is who will win this match.
Like that was a groundbreaking storyline. And you had 2 of the best of all time playing. Actually, multiples of the best of all time playing it out.
Home place, just that all his home people around him, a flair for the goal. Starrcade 83. For me to pick a winner either one, I can handle the situation for the 3rd time. I want to make that challenge right now, but I'm gonna go right out on a limb. And I'm going to say just real easy that the folk hero, the legend, cannot be denied. And you know who the folk hero is. Harley Race. Starrcade 83, I'm coming for you when this one's over. That is the man of steel, Dusty Rhodes. Power to this Starrcade. It's fantastic, brother.
The man who wins is going to have to work for the belt, but he's going to have to work a lot harder to keep it. Now back to Tom.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next event of the evening is a very special match. This is a collar match. Both of these wrestlers will be chained to each other around the neck throughout the duration of this event. This event has no disqualification and no time limit to a finish. Introducing first, in the corner to my left.
Yeah, that's where Flair always shined. That's where he always shined. He definitely had he definitely had some of his best moments as a babyface. But overall, as a heel, that's where he excelled. That's where he shined.
Weighing in at 240 pounds, the United States heavyweight champion, the man with a bionic elbow, Greg Valentine.
Okay. No, I know that.
The collar is being applied now.
Well, because back then there was the territory days.
U.S. heavyweight championship goes.
Something that happened in
it was Piper who lost
mid-Atlantic, mid-South, southern,
injury to his ear.
you do it in but that wasn't seen in Texas.
Now, one fall to a finish, no disqualification. Bob, I can only think here, and as I said earlier, it is not
territory-wise. That
your
is
position to become subjective, but to remain objective. But sentimentally, I certainly have to go along with Roddy Piper.
Well, no doubt, and Gordon, I think so many of the fans feel the same way about it. I can't help but think
that. Wow, I didn't. Damn, wow, that's
heavy chain. The links in it are very large.
Okay. I'll definitely check that out.
And a lot of you may be familiar with it. A cow chain.
Dude, that's how you build a baby face. That's how you build a badass baby face right there. Simple and effective. Simple and effective.
I think that this chain can be used so many ways.
As long as the performers,
opponent's arm or his leg, it can injure him severely that way.
you try. The workers are they're up to par, and they got the
chain. It can be used as a whip.
Sorry, I'm kind of off on the tangent there, but yeah. And you got the right workers in there. It works.
Well, there's certainly no question about the danger of this event. And the other thing that bothers me is that I'm not really sure that Piper actually belongs back in the ring. He suffered that ear injury. He had a loss of hearing and a loss of equilibrium. And this obviously could serve against him here tonight. But I'll tell you one thing. If there's any one man.
All right, here's the great Roddy Piper, Valentine.
And become an island unto himself. Well, a battle of wills and strength here between these two.
And right away now, you can see another danger in this match, and that's the neck. The neck can be severely injured with a jerk or a twist or something with his collar around it. As they started out as sort of like a tug of war here with the chains around.
Points, Gruss. Whoop, whoop.
I think the description of two pit bulls was quite adequate. It certainly describes the temperament of these two men. But of course,
I love the opening of this match, and I'll tell you why. Of them basically trying to use their necks to try to pull each other. That right there immediately, just that by opening with that spot, that immediately establishes the gimmick of the dog collar. First thing we do, we try to see who has a stronger neck, and
all right, once again, it is
they're going right to gimmick, and working from there.
And so it is Piper who is gathering the links of this chain and very quickly putting them into a whip formation in his hand. And now it is.
Valentine went to the head, and Piper saw that coming just in the nick of time to duck under it. Look at him driving again at the head. Gordon, this is a match that promoter Jim Crockett had said time and time.
Right, exactly. All it is just selling the chain.
It was a match
selling the chain.
Stayed on top of. He pushed it and he pushed it. He kept on. The fans insisted that the match be held. And finally, promoter Jim Crockett gave in and signed it. But fans, you're watching right
Points,
now.
Todd.
I can't imagine two men linked together like this in Mortal Kombat.
Rather you talk about combat, they're starting to exchange right hands now. They forgot about chains and everything else. It was just some clubbing hard right hands. Well, I must say, Jim Crockett has proven tonight, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that he is certainly a pioneer.
This is incredible.
And
Like this should be curriculum. Like this should be like curriculum in NXT. This show should be curriculum in NXT.
To the corner. He's going to go back to the chain. He's got it wrapped around the fist. With a chain around the fist, and now again across the front of the Valentine. Roddy Piper.
Yeah, and having one of the greatest announcer of all time telling the story that fits what was going on in the ring.
Valentine seems to be hindered by the chain more than help. It seems to be helping Roddy Piper. Can't let his face go, Valentine.
Referee's too short. Watching things carefully now. Greg Valentine coming up, and Greg Valentine is weary. But he strikes back a hard right hand, an elbow to the top of the head, another elbow to the prefrontal lobe.
And more points to hammer for SGT Slaughter.
Greg Valentine punishing Roddy Piper, using that chain now as a parapet, and using it very effective. Back to the ear. Looks like he caught him on that ear once again.
He's going right to the ear, Gordon. He's trying to work into the ear. Slings him down by that chain. Let me point out, Gordon, right here to all of the fans, there has to be a winner in this match. There's no disqualification. The match cannot be stopped. There's got to be a winner. And what a match. Look at the chain now wrapped around Roddy Piper's around his head and around his throat.
Piper in a lot of problems.
Yeah, it's like really like all you can do is laugh. Like seriously, all you can do is just laugh and be like, seriously, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Across his eyes. And what worries me is that Valentine is concentrating, going back to that ear.
That's right.
If he can destroy the equilibrium of Roddy Piper, he's going to have it made.
Piper got him in the eyes.
Under the beautiful high knee there.
Indeed, Todd. And the place I was getting trained at, I was very fortunate to where the trainers or the people who owned the place had VHS tapes of UWF, and that was where I saw that 6-man barbed wire cage match between with Terry Taylor, the Fantastics, Sheep Herders, and Jack Victory.
And he's got Valentine in the corner. He's going to hold him there, and there's no way he can come out.
Whoop, whoop.
Like a winch now.
That's right, he's got him tied to the corner.
He has got full leverage now on Greg Valentine, and Piper's quickly closing in on it. So the battling Scotsman is letting Greg Valentine know where to go.
I hate to do this. I hate to do this in the middle of this match, but my dog, he's kind of barking and calling for me. I'll be right back. One sec, guys. I apologize. Be right back. All right, I am so sorry. I apologize about that, guys. Points, hammer, whoop, whoop. Doubt it. Doubt it. Yeah, no way. No way. SGT Slaughter would know the difference between sheep herders and bushwhackers. Unfortunately, did not get any chance to watch his version.
And he's doing exactly that. He's punishing him for everything that he's got now.
Points, Todd. Whoop, whoop.
Is at this point in time, a battle-weary, a battle-scarred veteran. But it's a question now of just how much second effort is there.
Yeah, I apologize, guys. It's storming right now, and yeah, we got thunderstorms rolling in. You probably heard that thunder right there. So there is a chance. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but saying there's a chance it might happen. We might get a power outage. But what's going on though is like whenever like there's loud noises, thunderstorms, or fireworks going off, my dog starts freaking out. He comes to my door like barking, wanting me, like he just wants me to go into the other room with him and my grandfather and just kind of, you know, be with him. And it's like, buddy, I can't. I'm in the middle of the show now. If you want to hop up on the bed and hang out here with me, you know, and chill right here, cool. But he's just kind of like super of like, no, you come with me. Homie, that's not how this works right now.
And Roddy Piper right here could be in real danger, fans. He can lose the hearing in
partial loss already, and this may be the crowning blow. As far as I'm concerned, frankly, I would think maybe somebody should throw in a towel for this man. He cannot maintain his balance. He cannot keep his equilibrium, and I'm convinced about senses victory here.
He is fighting on sheer determination and pure guts, Gordon. He just refuses to quit, refuses to give in to Valentine. But he may be doing himself more harm than good by continuing this match and refusing to quit.
Valentine trying to set him up for a suplex. And Piper drives to the midsection.
Suplex!
Shot to the midsection, catches him. Piper staggered backwards again. Piper comes off the ropes, catches him. A glancing blow across the forehead. It's Piper still trying to stay on his feet and still having that problem.
Every chance he gets, Valentine is going to go to the ear. There was the elbow. Piper just falls flat down on the...
Piper selling in this is incredible.
And I'll tell you what, he's been known as Hyper Piper, but he's got a lot of problems here. Powered out, great second.
And the story they're telling is tremendous.
It's almost like he's to the point of being unable to defend.
And Valentine being just this ultra vicious heel. This is how you do a dog collar match, pal.
Powers out. Well, you talk about intestinal fortitude, talk about fighting on instinct alone.
I hope he's not showing more guts than sense right here, Gordon. If it doesn't, it should be permanently damaging injury. Pulls Valentine down by the chin and charges him.
Give me the suplex, drinking game Jones, pal. Whoop whoop.
He's not keeping his balance by holding onto the ring ropes. And Piper having problems now standing upright, but seems to be getting it back. He seems to be getting it back, and he explodes with a hard right hand. Catches him with a chain once again and again. And Valentine goes face forward into the mat.
This does call for a cheers hammer. Whoop whoop.
Who's using that chain as a whip?
Yeah, pal.
Come back here.
We might want to take a real close at those eyes because he may have already suffered a concussion as Piper caught him several times.
For real. This is one of Piper's
Valentine
best.
Maybe literally out on his feet. No, sir. He fires back and catches that ear.
He's
Once
going to go
again.
right back to that ear. He's going to stay with it if possible. He's trying to land every blow on that ear. And Piper can't defend against it.
Piper, a series of stinging left hands and a haymaker right, another
Dude, as great as Piper was as a heel, he was an incredible babyface. Piper was an incredible babyface. He was just so damn good as a heel, you forgot how amazing he was as a babyface.
Watches this man, closes in, and it's Valentine using that chain now.
Using it as a choke. Wrapped around the throat, and he's got him into the ropes now, choking Piper. Gordon, just exactly as we said at the beginning of the match. It's a very, very
Whoop,
dense
whoop.
match. Anything can happen. Very dangerous. A man can get hurt in so many ways as these two men right here have shown.
Oh, no doubt. He should have been world champion.
So much determination. High in the air goes Valentine. All on his way right now.
I'll tell you what, the man is phenomenal. He is absolutely phenomenal. He is acting on sheer instinct now, just on gut reaction. Referee Stu Schwartz shaking his head, saying, no, sir, he had the shoulder up. I don't think Valentine can believe it.
Oh, yeah. Orndorff, one of the best of all time.
Piper may be winning the battle at this point psychologically because he has not been able to keep those shoulders down for a
That's
count.
right. It's got to be very disturbing to Greg Valentine that he delivered all of that punishment, that he has hit Piper on that ear the number of times that he has, and still Piper is able to come back. Valentine has got to be saying, what have I got to do to put this man out and to put him away?
Trying to set him for a vertical suplex, and it's Piper trying to counter it. And both men blocking each other.
This is amazing.
Good block. Valentine started, but it was blocked by Piper again. He did wait it in, and it is now Piper getting the vertical suplex.
And look at it. It's another huge crowd in this arena, and they're both flat on the mat. They look like they're both out and completely exhausted.
A dual count here. Piper is up, Valentine is up. Both men up before the count of 10. The dual count was on. Piper catches him in the midsection, right at the belt line, coming in. Valentine, forearm.
And a forearm again.
Yes, that's how you do a double down.
Valentine goes for the sleeper hold. And this may well be all she wrote for Roddy Piper. This could very easily be a tough defeat. A game competitor, he gave it his all. But Greg Valentine holding a sleeper hold on it. I can't help but feel that the referee checking.
It's been a match where it's been a battle of survival between these two. And the chain and the power match. Referee Stu Schwartz and says he's not yet.
Valentine must not have that forearm properly across the carotid artery. It could be that he cannot get because of
the story the Nats are telling of, he doesn't have the lock cinching all the way. That's what's giving Piper the ability to be able to do what he's doing. This is so good. So good. Wow. That's storytelling. That's storytelling and working in psychology in a match. That's magic.
And bothering him even more.
Once again, Greg Valentine seems to have it all his own way. Valentine down with the elbow across the chest. Valentine back to his feet once again. Valentine seems to hold it. The advantage posture here. Valentine up on that second rope.
They grab him grab the chain, and Jeff Valentine out of the corner. And then the chain was hitting a little.
And as simple as Piper yanked him down from the top rope by the chain, starts whipping his ass with the chain, with the gimmick, with the thing. 1, 2, 3. Incredible. And then now we get heat. Like, you ain't getting no celebration. Fuck you.
So Roddy Piper has gained his revenge, no question about it. His title not on the line. I am incorrect in my statement. The title not on the line, but Roddy Piper gained his revenge by a victory. But now Greg Valentine is certainly exacting his toll on Texas referee Stu Schwartz.
Yeah, choking him on the ropes, punching out referees. That's getting that heel heat, pal.
referee now trying to fight Greg Valentine and get him off. But as he turns around and knocks the referee down on his feet, still running and choking, he's got Piper across the ropes now.
Dude, that crowd is pissed. Like the crowd, like you can hear like individual voices in the crowd just screaming at Valentine.
Trained athletes who put it all on the line. No question about that.
Piper. For me, it's got to be Piper.
Particularly with the re-injury of the ear, it looked for a while.
Orndorff and Scott Hall are definitely up there. Definitely my top 10.
Time and time again, and it was sheer determination that kept him going, and it just looked like he refused to quit from any times when he should have. Time and time again, I was sure it was going to work for him.
I can't very see him. Another shot of Roddy Piper. He may not have that championship, but I'll tell you what, he has won a victory here tonight. That probably is much more important because he's won the moral victory and the psychological victory over Greg Valentine.
And one thing we must remember, and fans, we got to keep this in our minds. What about the ear? How much damage was done to that ear, and is it going to be permanent damage again?
That's the problem. And of course, I'm sure that he's going to be checked immediately by a physician in the dressing room because he obviously more injury to the ear. But I'll tell you one thing. There's no taking away that Roddy Piper is a man and 5 yards wide.
Martin, you're 100% right. No doubt about that. And I think
those are all great choices. All great choices.
See if we can go right here to Barbara Clary.
As the minutes tick by, we're getting closer to a Flair for the gold. Ric Flair versus Harley Race for the World's Heavyweight Championship. And Rick, I was, of course, just in Harley's dressing room. He was in there with Slater and Orton, and Wahoo McDaniel was also with us. And you saw what they did to Wahoo, and they seem like pretty happy men right now.
Well, they should be happy.
Yeah, Magnum TA too. Yeah, Jake.
Oh, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day, they're not going to be very happy at all.
DiBiase too. Yep, those two.
McDaniels, and we don't know the extent of his injury yet. They're going to their future. As for Harley Race, I want you to get in that ring, and I want you to do everything in the world to keep me from winning that heavyweight championship, because that's the kind of match I expect out of you. You're a heck of a man. I'll never take that away.
Yep, Dustin.
But I'm ready. And thanks to Wahoo McDaniels, thanks to Steamboat, and thanks to Youngblood, I'm prepared.
Oh yeah, DiBiase's work back in when he was in the territory days, he was amazing. Amazing. Even as the $1 Million Man, he was still pretty good.
Count on me. Race, count the moments, brother, because we're going to get in that cage. You're not going to have Orton and Slater. You're just going to have Ric Flair to contend with.
Wahoo, this man's ready.
Well, you know, I know he's ready. And I'm glad they paid me a compliment by saying that I got him ready for this and helped him. But the man didn't have to come to me because I've wrestled against him and I've wrestled with him and I've been in the gym with him. I've been jogging down the road, brother, when it was hard to run, when we were sore. We're tired. Orton and Slater's trying to take over. They're trying to hurt him again. But he got here. He's here for the Flair for gold, brother. And I'll tell you one thing. I'll bet all my money on Ric Flair. And I'm going to be there and I'm going to see it. And I'm going to see history made right here in North Carolina because the world's heavyweight championship belt is coming right back to Charlotte Flair. And I guarantee you I'm behind you.
Fans, the man is ready. Let's now go to ringside. Barbara Clary has Don Criddle.
Continue with Don Criddle, who held the World Tag Team Championship belt with Sergeant Slaughter. Do you think the Briscoes are going to keep their belt?
I'll tell you one thing. The Briscoes are a great brother team. Steamboat and Youngblood are great teams. I wrestled them both. It's a great night. I'd like to wish them all good luck. I'd like to see a great match.
How about the last match? Who do you think is going to win now?
Flair's in shape. I've been friends with Flair. I'd like to see Ric Flair take that title right here in Greensboro. Ladies and gentlemen,
100 Hammer. Whoop, whoop.
It's a tag team match for the World's Tag Team Championship.
These guys made you believe in everything they were saying and doing. That was what drew me to Arn Anderson promos, because Arn Anderson, I believed everything coming out of his mouth. The way he cut his promos, the way he just, like, his delivery, I believed him. Yep, he was. And then that Mr. Wrestling 2 storyline with him, which basically set him up and established him. He was right there, ready to go. Unfortunately, as we all know, life happens.
And now the world's tag team champions from Stillwater, Oklahoma, with a combined wrestling weight of 467 pounds. Jack.
I believe Tully was world champion. If I remember correctly, Tully was NWA world champion. Unless I'm wrong. Please correct me if I am. Arn, though, I know wasn't. Yeah, give me the Minnesota Wrecking Crew, pal.
World Tag Team Champions, of course, Jack Briscoe, twice NCAA amateur champion, both men out of Oklahoma State University. Both men went to the Oklahoma State wrestling scholarships. And they are, Bob, as tough a combinations I've ever seen.
Absolutely, no doubt about that either, Gordon. And they've held a number of championships throughout their careers. And these two men right here, the former World Tag Team Champions, and you're looking at them as they shake the hand of Tom Miller right there. And I was Don Kernodle. Kernodle, a former champion himself.
Why am I remembering it?
Rick Steamboat and Jay Youngblood.
Hang on, let me get the Wikipedia out.
For the World Tag Team Champions.
Have we just discovered the newest? Have we discovered the newest Mandela effect, pal?
Except the move, it's Jack Briscoe who will be the first man out.
And Rick Steamboat is going to start for his team. We expect this to be some match. When you get 4 athletes, the caliber of these men in the ring, you can really expect action and excitement. All of them are in tremendous condition and shape, tremendous athletes, and they all have such a tremendous amount of wrestling knowledge and ability.
Okay, I'm thinking somebody else. Okay, never mind. My bad.
Yeah, I've watched Briscoe over the years, and of course, both of them. Cherry is very, very famous for that Oklahoma side roll. Jack Briscoe is an absolute past master at the fireman carry takedown. And we stop here, and
He's ready with a chop, but I tell you, Briscoe knew what was coming, and luckily he grabbed that rope just in the nick of time.
Briscoe's an extremely great competitor.
And our special referee for this match, fans, is King Kong Angelo Mosca right here, Gordon. And I tell you, he's big enough to keep peace anywhere you want to put him.
Yeah, he's got that arm bandaged up now that was lacerated during an earlier encounter in the evening. Mosca is a man who can make sure that the rules are kept. And it is now Jerry Briscoe moving a good drop toe hold. And again, the tag is made. So the Briscoe brothers tagging in and out. So that apparently is going to be their strategy. Quick tags and keep themselves fresh.
Working together as a tag team as they have, and of course, as being brothers, good moves right here by Jack Briscoe.
Indeed, whoop, whoop.
And young Steamboat now with an arm. But being brothers.
Again, fireman's carryover. Crowd pot, and it works, and the crowd was for it. And if you're watching and if you're listening, you're getting it. Whoop.
Good spin on the takedown by Steamboat. As Briscoe to the canvas. And Briscoe looking at Steamboat with a little newfound respect, I believe, here. He is going to be a bit more cautious and goes over and tags up with his brother Jerry. He'll step back outside and ponder this man, Rick Steamboat.
All right, Steamboat now and Jerry Briscoe facing each other out here in the center of the ring. And Gordon, I know that you're aware of this because I think you had a part in it when it happened.
Okay, now I see where I now I know where I fucked up. Now I know where I fucked up. I mistook Tully for some stupid ass reason. I mistook Tully Blanchard for Barry Windham. My bad. I fucked up. That's my bad. I apologize. I was thinking of Barry Windham of World Heavyweight Champion. That's my bad. My bad. I'm sorry.
And here it is.
And of course, they had no choice in the matter at that point in time. And it certainly proves again. Jim Crockett, that's up before a pioneer in bringing new era to wrestling, is also letting people like the Briscoes know that they're not going to run roughshod, that they are going to have to wrestle and compete. And
they are going to be able to pick and choose their opponents either, going there.
Exactly. And it all works. It all works. Just work it and sell it. Work it and sell it. That's all you need to do. But it's more about getting your shit in.
Is a natural left-hander, and he has a tremendous amount of.
Well, they're both southpaws, Jack Entry. And
yeah, Brian Pillman would have been a good one.
Briscoe staggered. Youngblood finishes a good shot over the throat. And Briscoe coming up rather slowly, caught again. Staggered backwards. Those legs are a little bit rubbery. And he's got
Bulldog would have been good.
All right, Jay Youngblood in after that tag, and they're going to hold him and double team him for a moment there.
Referee and Joe Munster checking those shoulders very, very quickly.
I think Pillman could have gotten over as a babyface as long as you make sure like you pit him against like just complete evil, reprehensible heels who deserve Pillman going after them, if that makes any sense.
7-time champion on the ring.
Might remind you once again, Starrcade 83 is the copyright presentation of Jim Crockett Promotions Incorporated. Any use or any reproduction of this telecast is prohibited without written permission of Jim Crockett Promotions. Hey, Youngblood.
So simple, and it works if you work it and sell it.
With great poise in the ring. This man has poise and savvy in the ring that belies his age, no question.
And you got the best, some of the best of all time in the ring, working it and selling it.
Cool customer. He is indeed. Briscoe bridging out of it, and Briscoe's got his problems here. Flag is made. Steamboat up on that top ring rope.
And I tell you, Youngblood and Steamboat have been together long enough, Gordon. They just about think alike also. What very, very well as a tag team.
I think they've taken a page out of the chapter of the Briscoe brothers and putting it to use against the Briscoes. And Briscoe are beginning to find out that their own tactics are being used against them.
Jerry Briscoe, the ring, hard to the turnbuckle. Jack down in the corner. Oh, and Steamboat ran right into that footage. He keeps charging in, and he got that foot to the midsection. Not on the video. We're going to get a tag in another group. It's going to be Jack Briscoe, but they always take that double team. If they get you near that corner after the tag, they're at least going to get one good blow at you with a double team.
Well, they do have that market advantage. The fact that they
Yep, exactly. Exactly. Yes, sir, Hammer. Whoop, whoop.
Briscoe, just 2 years ahead of his brother, in high school and in college. By the way, they were both 4-11 in high school and went on to Oklahoma State University with Western scholarship. But they are indeed a tremendous tag team combination. I may not agree with their philosophy, but I certainly can take away their talent for skill together.
Yep, and keeping it inside of the ring.
Possible choke involved, and now it is.
Steamboat, he looks a little wobbly on his feet now as he got to his feet after that
headlock.
Nice. Whoop, whoop. That's got to be like a treasure trove of knowledge.
Got him over in a souffle, and I'll tell you what, the Briscoes may prevail at this very point.
All right, he rolls him over. He's got his shoulder to the mat. 1, 2, almost through. Steamboat just did get that shoulder up in the nick of time.
High bridge by Briscoe, and again brings him up, and it is Steamboat fighting back courageously, no question about it. Got that shoulder away. Briscoe keeping the pressure on. Briscoe now with a waist test.
Rick Steamboat needs to get to his corner from Youngblood's a fresh man, and he needs to get to it. On his feet and in the ropes. Let's see if we're going to get a breaker. Briscoe's going to bring him off.
Takedown and a key lock on the arm.
Well, he's got pressure on that arm too right now. And this is a couple of numbers. Steamboat is taking a lot of punishment, and it seems to be a little weary now from the punishment that he's taken at the hand of the Briscoe.
Well, with that key lock, it's going to be difficult.
Oh, no, Steamboat as an agent, nice. Whoop, whoop. Dude, getting that, like having that knowledge right there at your fingertips. Oh, nice. Dude, you guys got hooked up.
Look at Youngblood now. Take it to Jack Briscoe. First the turnbuckle now.
Youngblood brings him up by foot block by Briscoe. And a block by Youngblood, but Briscoe finally gets him up into that vertical suplex.
Blocked him once, but he couldn't do it again, Gordon. Now Youngblood, slow getting to his feet. From behind in the tag, the Briscoes will switch again, and again they'll double team.
And they're within the 4 count. That's the thing. They're just within the limitations.
All right, Jack Briscoe goes out, and Jerry Briscoe in. He had him in a sitting position.
Oh, and yeah, Nikita Koloff. Him as the heel world champion. That would have been money.
Briscoe fires. Now tries to set him up for another vertical suplex. Has him up. That's it. And that may be it.
And remember this match is for the World Tag Team Championship. The current champions of Briscoe, Rick Steamboat and Jay Youngblood. They're going to be earning within their power to take those belts home with them. But they're up against 2 real tough competitors in the Briscoe. We're looking at probably the 4 finest tag team wrestlers in the world right now, Martin.
No question about it. On a standing guillotine to a lateral guillotine, and it is Briscoe complaining to the referee now about the count. And that could be a back. Back is feet there. And the tag is made. Jerry Briscoe fights. Jack Briscoe trying to charge the ring. Stopped by Angelo Mosca. And Steamboat pounding away. Caught him flush in the top of the head. Jerry Briscoe in a lot of trouble here now as again the tag is made.
Apologies, my internet crashed on me there. My bad.
Utilizing the very, very same strategy that the Briscoe brothers utilized, only doing it, I think, in this case, students have become the teachers because they seem to have it going for them. As we say, the page out of the book. Jack and Jerry Briscoe.
Whoop, whoop.
Turn back the clock now as they go to the figure 4.
going for the figure four.
Right now, they're trying to win the war, Gordon. If he's got that figure four in, Rick Steamboat in here.
We're talking about females and the center.
And that goes Jerry Disco out of the ring. The Disco Bombers are the defeated champions right here.
Whoop, whoop.
Great battle, great match. And certainly they'll come up along. Rick Steamboat and Jay Young making the victory away from Champions Celebration. A great sight. And again, you see the 16,000 plus here at the Greensboro Coliseum, and the thousands and millions of you who are watching around on this closed circuit television. Now you're seeing that. All right, I'll tell you what.
Oh yeah, the old like early mid '80s heel Jake. Oh, bro.
We'd like at this time, on the heels of this great victory by Rick Steamboat and Jay Youngblood, to give you an idea of some of the people that have helped make this closed circuit television available to you. And I'll tell you, without all of the good folks who have worked so hard here tonight, this certainly would have been impossible. It's been a monumental undertaking by Jim Crockett Promotions Incorporated, and certainly it has been extremely well. Here's our executive producer, of course, is indeed Jim Crockett, the man that I said earlier is indeed opening a new era of professional wrestling. Your producer is Dave, and I can assure you that he is putting tireless and timeless hours in bringing this production to you tonight. Our director, Patrick Hubbard, and what can I say about Patrick Hubbard? He has shot every conceivable shot, including a fantastic shot from way up top side. Our technical director, Emerson Lawson, and in charge of all of the good folks here handling our cameras and our video director now, Pete Brown. Another man that I can't speak too highly of. All of these people are the people behind the microphones, behind the scenes. Out in charge of audio is Howard Caldwell. On videotape is Wayne Daniel. He's brought us the slow-mos tonight, the instant replays, and certainly is doing a magnificent job. And the graphics, of course, are thanks to Brenda W. Evans. And she has
Sorry about that, my bad.
really been bringing us some excellent graphics tonight. No question about that. We're just extremely pleased that everybody has really put forth all kinds of Jack Prophet on cameras, Jeff Dillinger, Dave Warwick, Barry Discus.
Wait, hang on.
Without the cameraman.
Doug Dellinger? Is that Doug Dellinger? One of the cameramen? That Doug Dellinger? You know who I'm talking about. Doug, came head of security on Nitro.
Of Greensboro, North Carolina. His brother, they're downtown, no question about that. Well, we have a jam crowd here, our remote facilities by Nemo, the Nashville Electronics Mobile Operation. And I can assure you this is just the beginning. Nemo is going to be bringing you more and more great events. Here.
All right, nice. Whoop, whoop.
Starrcade 83, and of course, now let's go to Bob Coffey.
All right, fans, and we're just minutes away. A player for the goal. During this intermission, we're thinking about what's going to be upcoming. And, of course, that World Heavyweight Championship match, Ric Flair and Harley Race, as we say now, just minutes away. Already we've seen new World Tag Team Champions. Right now, let's go to the dressing room. And Tony.
Fans, you see the man, Nature Boy Ric Flair. He's in the best mental and physical condition of his life. The biggest night of his life is just about ready to happen. The #1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship. Time is almost his. We are just moments away from a Flair for the Gold, the World Heavyweight Championship match between this man, Ric Flair, and Harley Race. It is also a very happy dressing room at this time, fans, as we are here with the new NWA TV champion, Charlie Brown from out of town.
Feel good, Rocky. I love it, Daddy. We're going to do it. First of all, I want to tell all my people, all my brothers and sisters.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt.
Secondly, I get forgiven the boogeyman value. That's for Charlie Brown about the time.
Charlie Brown from out of town, certainly a very happy man, and this man's a very happy man, but he's also a man that's very cut and very bruised this time, Roddy.
Come here. Hey, Valentine. Is that the best you can do, huh? You say your strategy was to take away all my hair. You see what you forgot is you got one more year to go. I beat you fast, starting in 1983. The next thing, Valentine, that United States heavyweight title, that's mine.
Roddy Piper. Roddy Piper. Let's bring in right now the new World's Tag Team Champions, Jay Youngblood and Ricky Steamboat, just concluded. What a match, gentlemen.
I'll tell you what. The first time was one of the greatest feelings in the world, but #5, I'm president of #5. That's why we beat the World Tag Team Champions, not for the first 4, but for the 5th time. That's right. It goes down in the world record books. Youngblood and Steamboat, #1, again on the top of the charts all over the world. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't care who it is, even if it is the Briscoes again, we're no closet champions. We proved it to everybody at Starrcade '83. And we'll prove it next year or the year after, whatever it takes. Youngblood and Steamboat are the new World Tag Team Champions.
You know something, Tony? What I think makes a good wrestler, a good tag team combination, adapt to different styles of wrestling. That's all around the world. You go to Japan, you go to Europe, and you have to deal with all these different types of styles of wrestlers. We've won against Paul Jones and Rashke, the Briscoe brothers, Sean Canoodle, Sergeant Slaughter. All different types of combinations have gone against Youngblood and Steamboat. We may not be the biggest wrestlers going around the world, but we can adapt. We're in the best shape of our lives, and we know what it takes to be a good wrestling tag team combination and come home with the gold. Thank you.
5 times now, fans. 5 times. World's Tag Team Champions. We're in the dressing room, and we'll go right now to Bob and Gordon.
All right, and Gordon, I tell you can feel the tension. It's beginning to build now.
This championship match coming up in just a few minutes.
Well, I'll tell you what, building on that question about that, I can't help but really marvel at the fact that the Steamboat and Youngblood really took the page out of the chapter of the lives of Jack and Jerry Briscoe, turned it on them, and did it so successfully, and certainly a well-deserved victory, and I'm very, very pleased to see these two as the World Tag Team Champions. But of course, as you said, the
Which
big
is a
thing
shame, man. May he rest in peace.
one match that everybody has been eyeing is the 7 times World Heavyweight Champion Harley Race going up against 2 times World Heavyweight Champion Ric Flair. The popular consensus of opinion, if you go by the fans' approval, it seems to be weighted heavily in favor of Ric Flair.
That's right. I couldn't help but be impressed when they were talking.
All right, I'm gonna go grab a soda. Be right back. 1 sec.
They were going to defend those belts this year, next year, whenever. They were going to put them up against.
Hey, I'll tell you what, it is a Flair for the gold. There's no question about it. Boy, that's the one we're waiting for. Ric Flair, Harley Race, the World Heavyweight
For real. Whoop,
Championship
whoop.
coming up. And that's something that, well, I just hope that nobody's missing.
And fans,
For me, it's Dr. Pepper.
Before we see that,
For me, it's Dr.
right here in
Pepper.
this ring. Right now, we want to go down to Barbara.
I prefer anything, but I'll go cherry if it's. I don't care if it's cherry, if it's Dr. Pepper, Coke, or Pepsi. Give me something cherry flavored. I'm going with that.
Well, I'll tell you what, Barbara, of course.
This place as
Exactly.
many fans as there are to go.
Exactly.
In one spot, a lot of times you're hung there and you can't move.
Whoop,
Let
whoop.
me just say a very, very special word to all of you, real good folks in San Juan and throughout Trinidad and that entire Caribbean basin. We're extremely pleased that you're able to share with us tonight all of these monumental matches, and of course that one match that was banned in Puerto Rico, of course, Carlos Colon against Abdullah the Butcher. And I think after what happened with the manager interfering, I can't help but feel that Carlos Colon will find a way somehow to settle the score with Abdullah the Butcher.
Yeah, Gordon, he came in. As I say, I don't know that anybody even saw him when he came into the arena. We weren't even aware of the fact that he was here, and all of a sudden, there he is in the ring, and with that object going right at Carlos.
Yeah, I'll tell you another thing, too. We've heard the challenge made by Dusty Rhodes, and of course, these two times.
He's made it through the crowd.
Okay, Barbara, take it away.
Whoop, whoop.
I'm here at ringside with Chrissy, Sharon, Denton, and Dusty Rhodes. Dusty, time's drawing near.
You know, this is what we all came for. This is real close. Dusty Rhodes traveling all over the country. Starrcade 83 of Flair for the going right here tonight. These three ladies right here got their own predictions on what's going on. Who you think's gonna win this thing, darling? Flair, who you think's gonna win this thing? Whoever it is, I said, whoever it is, no matter what size or shape he's in, he got to meet Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream, two-time World Heavyweight Champion. Starrcade 83 is a wonderful occasion. If I get in and put it, stand in the middle of it, I'm the man of steel. I'm Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream, live in color, Starrcade 83. I'm going to pick the winner.
And I love how that throughout the night they've also been establishing, at least setting up for later on, so you know where this is going. Whoever comes out as the main event, they got Dusty afterwards. So at least you know where the story continues.
The championship match is going to be fought of all things inside a chain link fence.
No outside interference of any kind. It's also to make sure that nobody can leave that prescribed ring area. In other words, there is going to be a clear-cut decision as to who wins the match.
And fans,
Whoop,
we're
whoop.
ready with the action. Let's go now to Tom Miller for the introduction to the national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you now stand for our national anthem as performed by Nashville recording artist and North Carolina native James Tiny Weeks.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight at the ramparts we won were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare of bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Our spangled banner yet waves for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
This is how you pace a wrestling show. This is how you pace a wrestling show, pal. I could definitely see that. I could definitely see that. Hey, what's up, Brad? Whoop whoop. We're watching Starrcade 1983, pal. Doing the ring introductions for the main event of Ric Flair versus Harley Race in a steel cage for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. Oof. Ooh, I'm sorry to hear that. Ah, okay, gotcha. Oh yeah, that's some fuck petty bullshit. I hate that shit, man. I hate that shit.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next event of the evening is a cage match. One ball with a 60-minute tournament. This is a cage match. One ball with a 60-minute tournament.
Woo woo.
Special referee appointed for this match is former professional wrestling great from Vancouver, British Columbia, Gene Kanitsky. Gene Kanitsky. Introducing first, ladies and gentlemen, the challenger and former world heavyweight champion from Charlotte, North Carolina, weighing in at 270 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. His opponent, the world's heavyweight champion from Kansas City, Missouri, weighing in at 255 pounds, Harley Race. Interesting situation here tonight. We have Gene Kanitsky, former world heavyweight champion himself. He was defeated by Dory Funk Jr. for the title. You've got Dusty Rhodes, 2 times world heavyweight champion here tonight. Ric Flair, 2 times world heavyweight champion, and Harley Race, 7 times
Main event time.
Champion. I can think of 2 words that may sum up this entire match tonight for the 10 pounds of gold. 2 words that I think are critical here: intensity and execution. The man who has the greatest intensity and the best execution, I feel, is going to keep our
I think you're right. I think you're right, Gordon. The man who executes best is going to come out the winner. Well, the tension has been building. It's been mounting for months and months now, and it's all going to culminate right here. And 2, we might point out, Harley Race time and time again, Gordon, talked about that it was demeaning for him, the world champion, to get inside of a fence and to wrestle inside a cage.
Well, I can understand how he feels about it. However, I think to make absolutely sure, and I certainly have to congratulate Jim Crockett Promotions for this. I think to make absolutely sure that there is no question in the outcome of the match. This absolutely ensures that nobody.
All right, Dan, have a good rest of your night, man. Good hanging with you, man. Good hanging with you, brother. Whoop whoop.
I know Gene Kanitsky. I watched him wrestle.
Hey, anytime. And thank you guys to you and Hammer for suggesting this one because of 85 being impossible to find.
And fans, again, to set the stage just a little, let's go back to months ago when Harley dollar bounty on Ric Flair's head. For anyone who would put Ric Flair out of wrestling. Then Harley Race saying that he would not wrestle Flair, that he would never give Ric Flair an opportunity for the championship.
Yes, sir, Hammer. Whoop whoop.
Starrcade 83, Flair for the goal, and Harley Race in the ring inside the cage.
Solely Caudle Race. Jack Briscoe.
He has got to be
Jay Youngblood.
right to the extent of his being right now.
Both men with fantastic intensity at this point in the.
Who else am I missing? If I missed any, I apologize.
On the champion and Harley Race trying to turn that into his own advantage and need a man. Warning Flair, keep those hands open. Keep the hands open.
Rufus Jones, rest in peace. Whoop whoop.
It's like they trained for no other match. Ric Flair has been in training for a long time. He's been pushing himself right to the. Harley Race knew that this was going to be the match of his life right here, and that he had to be better prepared than for any match he'd ever wrestled.
Well, Race has wrestled over half of his entire lifetime. He began his wrestling career when he was only 17 years old. An interesting contrast here between Flair and Race. Race began, as I said, at the age of 17. Flair, of course, carried his amateur career from high school on to the University of Minnesota, leaving the University of Minnesota, going into the pro ranks of wrestling. So you have here Race with the edge in the professional experience, but Flair perhaps with the edge in the basic background of wrestling.
All right, and there's Flair back into the ropes. Race got a knee up into the midsection. Now he and Kaniski are having some words, and they're pretty strong words at this point. And Flair just telling Kaniski, let me handle him. I'll take him right now myself. Another rope.
Oh, damn.
Break. All right, now here's Race into the ropes. Let's see what happens. There's that knee. It's tip for tat right there.
Well, of course, the name on
Wow.
there's a good snap there through the canvas, a rear chin lock by Ric Flair. Kaniski checking very quickly to make sure it's not a chokehold. And again, you can see the battery of photographers from all over the world are here tonight. They're after Frank Peters, 2 weeks long from Singapore.
36.
I'll tell you, it is really something. Because it is. It's for all the gold. It's for that 10 pounds of gold.
Wow.
It's going to be back to the ropes again by Race.
So much to learn from this. So much to learn.
Headbutt, that standing headbutt. Flair rolling over, just missed him.
Race will do that. He uses his entire body as a.
She was in Heroes, Scream 4, and a few other big projects.
Not even for a count.
Unfortunately, I just heard her name. I never really seen any of her stuff. Let me take a look real quick here.
Flair keeping a side headlock now on Harley Race, the champion on the canvas, but the champion.
Yeah, Heroes, Nashville.
Resourceful man.
Let's see.
I think it's going to be a question of intensity.
Scream 4, Remember the Titans.
And who knows, Bob? Perhaps even a bit of luck. If somebody gets a lucky break.
Yeah, I think you're 100% right. So far, Gordon, during the match, it looks like Flair may have the most intensity. That at this point, that he may seem to want it a little more than Race does. At the same time, it seems that Race is a little cooler of the two. That he really has a little more.
Yeah, bring it on.
Laid back at this point and really knows what he's doing. His Flair seems to be a little more intense.
Well, good point. And the point being.
Very likely she's another Hollywood sacrifice. Much like Brittany Murphy.
And Flair cannot get the pinfall. Race retains his title. Right. So time is his ally, and it's the enemy of Ric Flair. And that's the point where Flair, and this may cause Flair. If he's showing that intensity now, it may cause him to make a mistake. It could cause him to make a mistake, or it could cause him to exhaust himself.
I was going to say, yeah, he could tire more quickly. That could certainly happen to him. But both men, as we mentioned earlier, in excellent physical condition, and you're talking about an hour. It's hard to realize that two men could get in the ring and really wrestle and go at each other for that length of time. But fans, believe me, these two men are in the shape and the physical condition. They could do it and then some, Gordon.
Well, yeah, it's interesting, too. You know, the average amount of body contact in a pro football. Actual body contact.
She was Cheryl Yost.
So, you know, 1 fall, 1 hour time limit.
And that was came out in 2000. She was born in 89, so she probably would have been.
That could be equivalent then.
Probably would have been like.
These fellows are with no time out.
That's right, no time out.
No time to go to the bench, no half time.
I've only seen it once. It was a long time ago.
That's right, no time. In the air to play right there. And Race just worked it around and got him in a position for that. I think he caught Flair unaware. Flair did not suspect that was coming, and Race worked him into a position. The Lord, and again he missed that. Flair knows, and you can tell in the opening minutes of the.
So she may have been somebody's like younger sibling in the movie, if I had to guess.
Good counter by Race on that one. Excellent counter. Or twice Race, rather, has failed to execute. I don't know if this is a sign of the times and an indication of things to come, but twice he failed to execute. And as you and I were discussing earlier, intensity and execution.
Now Flair rolling around on the mat toward the ropes, holding that head. He took a couple of hard blows to that head, and he's dizzy at this point. He is feeling it, trying to get this cobweb out of his mind. Race, if he can, is going to continue to carry the battle to him with a knee right down across the throat. The referee now trying to get him separated here on the ropes.
Here's where I think the additional years of professional experience is serving Harley Race. he does have that advantage. He's got about 18 or better years in the pro ranks, but he is now beginning to get his comeuppance from former world champion Gene Koniski, and I think that his elongated.
Oh, you got Gene Koniski as special guest referee in this. I forgot about that.
When Flair gets to his feet, Race slams into the turnbuckle. Right down to the back of the neck with a rabbit trunk. And that may have been on the ears. Flair seems to be holding his ear at this point while he's on the mat.
Well, obviously, Ray's trying to pull out all stops, and we heard an explanation from the challenger, Ric Flair, and that may have given.
Look at the work and selling that's happening in this match. Holy shit, this is incredible. They're getting so much out of everything they're doing. Selling, working, registering, psychology. No, like not hitting multiple moves at a time, not 50 super kicks, not a bunch of flippies, not a bunch of dropping everybody on your head, hitting each other in the head.
He did not stay on top of him at this point, Gordon. He backed away when he had him in trouble.
Yeah, and nobody's getting hurt. Nobody's getting hurt. Like you can hop in the car, get a motel room, and you're ready to work the next night.
Whether his own sense of inner timing is off or what, or whether the problem. But Flair doesn't seem to have that concentration.
Oh yeah, definitely. You're probably gonna start hearing some more coming out about toxicology reports and whatnot, or.
That's what we're looking for at this point, right?
And he's got it. Race has got it, no question about it. But
oh, for sure, for sure. Like, yeah, Flair and Harley Race, as far as two of the best wrestlers / workers of all time. Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely in the conversation, no, without question.
So far, you're exactly right. So far, he has been unable to pull him, but he is getting closer and closer to it. Harley Race, 7 times world heavyweight champion, and now offering the man a chance to get back to his feet. An unusual gesture for Harley Race, an unusual gesture indeed. But he must be feeling very, very confident at this point in time. And of course, he's the one who has his hands on Flair. He's the one who can tell how the muscle response is, how quickly or how aggressively Flair is moving back against him. And he may have full and total confidence and may be exactly correct.
All right, from overhead and our camera high in the ceiling here, you get a look at the action in the ring as Race has Flair up on his shoulder. And
dude, they're having overhead camera shots in 1983 like that. Now, that's revolutionary. I could definitely see Vince McMahon seeing something like that and being like, okay, I'm stealing that. Overhead camera shots, I'm stealing that. I could definitely see a young Vince McMahon Jr. being in the crowd and seeing that and being like, I'm stealing that.
I don't think Race is aware of the fact that if Flair comes back at this point, that could be a bad point for Harley Race, unable to put him away when he had him in trouble.
That is Race now taking some desperation punches, but he fires back.
That headbutt cut his legs right out from under him.
Did indeed. You just can't sell him short. You can't sell him short. And he caught him using his body as a human battering ram once again. And Flair, amazingly, gets to his knees. I'll tell you, if you had the great intensity, I'd have to grade them equal now.
That's right. I think you're right at this point. And Harley Race now, who for the last several minutes has really taken the action to Ric Flair, and Flair is in trouble. That dream of his slammed again to the cage. His face driven into that chain link cage. As Race slammed him hard.
Whoop, whoop.
And the championship got to be a little blurred at this point. He's got to go to that cage.
Well, Harley Race is doing something that I'm not surprised at. He's turning that cage into an ally. He's using the cage now almost as a tag team partner. And again, there is that edge and experience in the pro ranks.
Oh yeah, definitely Bruno.
17 or 18 years as a professional competitor. And remember too, here's a man who at one point in his career was told he would never wrestle again. And then to come back and win the World Heavyweight Championship an unprecedented 7 times, he has got to have the intensity. He's got to have the drive, the desire, like no other man that I've ever known. And it's a question now, is can Flair withstand this kind of intensity? And again,
the referee is pulling him out of the corner as he refused to let Flair out of the corner. Flair already kept Kaminsky heavily raised to keep him off of Flair, and Flair coming with the right hand, and now he gets a few stern words from referee Kaminsky.
No question about it. Flair's face. Right?
Yep, exactly.
That's for being slammed into the cage.
Right. That steel cage is taking its toll, and of course, the loss of that vital life-giving fluid. And it's Flair with a hit, caught with a hit now. And Kaminsky, again, warning Harley Race about his tactics. Brother, when you're talking about anywhere, and there's another overhead shot, that's about 75 feet up there, and I'll tell you something, it really gives you an interesting overview of this World Championship match.
And it's turning now into a battle of stamina. He's going to be able to...
Yep.
In the corner now by Flair. He reversed it on him in center of the ring and slams Race into that corner. And now I believe Race is...
Yep, that was like when Vince McMahon was in his like at the end of Godfather 1 Michael Corleone phase.
And so it may be changing. The tide of this battle may be changing.
Now Flair quickly back to the attack on Harley Race. He slammed the turnbuckle, slammed him to the post.
And Race's face is indeed lacerated. And Ric Flair now seems to have some newfound confidence. And perhaps just a sight of the crimson on Race has given Flair that added impetus and given him that added courage.
Whoop, whoop.
Let's see now how Flair attacked it. He goes right for the head. Earlier, Race did not do that. Flair came right back, but Race got a fight across the rope. Ric Flair right there. Gordon tried to put Harley Race away.
No question about it. Again, back to execution. And it is Race now in trouble. It's Race who's on the receiving end, Flair on the giving end. And this is certainly a turnabout in this match. A deep double underhook. And high to play. Time for the pin. 2.
Ric Flair just that close to being the world champ. One more count. He got a count of 2 on him.
A heartbeat away. Just a heartbeat away.
Thanks again. Down goes Race.
I gotta say one thing for Ric Flair. He learns quickly. He took that punishment early on, and he found out how damaging it can be. And at that point in time, almost cost him the match. Now he's dishing out the same kind of dessert to that time he caught the pole itself.
Now referee Jim Kaminsky having some words with Flair about the pin.
Alan, I can't say that I blame him. Kaminsky is a classic. He goes by the name of the Marquis Wrestling, and he wants these men to wrestle. It's Race now with a headbutt to the lower abdomen of Ric Flair that doubles him up and puts him back to the
On the marquee it says 605 wrestling. It does not say a midget beaten off in a trash can.
The fact that Harley Race had put the bounty on Ric Flair's head, that there was so much bad blood between these men, and now he's just going to grind Flair's head right into that chain link.
Flair's got to come away from this looking like a piece of raw hamburger. I'll tell you what, Race better watch himself. He's got himself a handful of problems with Jim Kaminsky.
Now Flair gets to his feet. Right there waiting on him is Race. That's into the ropes. And again, he's going to slam him into that fence. Flair with a wild swing. There he goes.
Flair back to his feet and
Dude, those things were sweet. Those things were sweet, man. I remember when I was like super young, like early, I'm talking like late 80s, early 90s. I'm like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-ish. My grandma had one of those in her house. Like 91, 92, 93, I stopped over at her house. My grandma had one of those, and it'd be like either Jeopardy or Wheel of Fortune on.
problem here is how much loss of that. How much loss of
Whoop whoop.
He's got the figure 4. It's a question now. Harley Race can settle for one of two things: a broken leg or a broken ankle. And Flair is putting it to him. Race. Oh, I've got to hand it to Race. Anybody else would have conceded by now.
He's trying to turn into the man, and if he can turn Flair over, he can come out of it. Very, very seldom you'll ever see a man with the strength and the ability to do that. Almost had Flair turned.
He has reversed it. He has reversed the figure 4, but Flair brings it back. Flair brought it back, but they're into the ropes. I have seen
whoop whoop, Grass.
Seen it happen one time. That a figure 4 was reversed and reversed successfully, and this one he did reverse it, but Flair came back on it again.
That's right.
Man, even in 1983, Flair is bleeding, pal.
And there are two wounded bulls in the ring.
Of course, to be fair, at least with this match, it works. Flair bleeding and fighting him underneath it, it makes him a bigger baby face.
I think that's what's driving him at this point.
Could be the driving force, and it is
And with the story and build, it works.
that leg may have given away on him.
And into the referee goes Flair.
That application of the figure 4 may be the telling factor in this match.
Another headbutt, and down again goes Ric Flair. Race goes back to the corner. Under the ropes. Up on the second rope, standing.
And I'm a little bit ashamed to say this. I was today 8 years old before I realized Flair actually had a pretty popular he was actually a popular babyface before he, formed the Four Horsemen.
Flair trying David to get back to his feet, get out of lateral press by the champion behind the race. A 2-pound race powers out again. One thing that I certainly admire about the referee, Gene Kaniski, his count is deliberate and steady. So nobody can argue about a fast count or a slow count.
You're 100% right. And again, here is Harley Race.
Whoop, whoop. Oh, yeah, Dusty Rhodes is a bleeder. Yeah, Dusty Rhodes bled a lot.
And here we go to go, guard.
High vertical suplex by world champion Harley Race. Race then moving into the lateral press.
Again, the count of 2. And when the hand was raised for the third count again, Ric Flair just did kick out.
High above the ring now, you're watching these two tremendous gladiators battling it out for the World Heavyweight Championship. 10 pounds of gold.
Flair on the mat. Race now just keeps driving that left hand of his right into the face. Flair unable to defend himself. His hands down at his sides at this point. Could this be the finishing moments for Ric Flair and his dream and the Flair for the gold?
Well, it well could be, no question about it. Harley Race now with the upper hand and Flair in trouble. Flair
Todd, if we were playing Hollywood Squares and you picked your spot and you were X or you were X, I would say X gets the square, pal. Whoop whoop. Dusty Rhodes gigs so John Moxley could bleed. Whoop whoop.
Again into the cage and over the top rope. And he looks at this point like a beaten man.
Ric Flair, the challenger.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Now that he is
The 10 pounds of gold, pal. Whoop whoop.
World Heavyweight Champion Harley Race. Race getting some extra leverage that time.
Kaniski just grabbed him by the hand to pull him away.
You don't fuck with Gene Kaniski, pal.
I'll say one thing. Former world champion Gene Kaniski is indeed doing an outstanding job as an official. He has been totally fair-minded throughout this entire match. But it looks to me now like Harley Race. The experience, the intensity, and the execution. Good block. Great time by Flair. Great time into a vertical suplex.
Dude, that's how you work. That's working right there. That's working, selling, telling a story. A reversal out of like a submission hold into a suplex the crowd went nuts for. That's how you fucking work.
Again, desire, determination, and sheer guts that they're fighting.
Some problems with his vision right now. His face absolutely covered in.
Down goes the referee. I think you're right, Gordon.
Yeah, I remember that. Like he would like do like these short videos called like the 10 pounds of gold series, and he would just like do the. I remember that when he. Yeah, I remember those. Whoop whoop.
Right knees, and a referee in trouble right now. Here's Flair up on the top rope.
He's got him down 1, 2, 3.
And new NWA World Heavyweight Champion.
Ric Flair has just defeated 7 times World Heavyweight Champion Harley Race. And there you see it, and I'm not even sure that Flair.
I know, right? Working, selling a hold, building the reversal, crowd popping for it. Crazy, right?
And you can see the crowd and how excited and pleased they are. Ric Flair, clearly the odds-on favorite by the fans, has done what many people consider to be impossible. And Flair now being congratulated.
Camille, who I think I remember seeing her some like American Gladiators thing, but AEW maybe? I don't know.
Ray still trying to understand it, still trying to figure it out.
All of Ric Flair's many cohorts and friends into the ring to congratulate him on this tremendous victory. His hand is held high by referee Gene Kaniski. Watch him around the ring with a championship belt as they all congratulate him. And his dream of the goal has been fulfilled right
All right, be right back. We got grab a soda. Be 1 sec. All right, back. Sorry about that.
I know she's gonna be.
You can see that a tremendous embrace between the two of them. Obviously, a tremendously pleased woman, and you can just imagine the agony that she had to go through. Early on injury in the match, it looked very bad for him. But he proved indeed he did have that intensity to come back.
Yes, sir, Hammer. Something as simple and easy as that. You sell it, you make it work, and it works, and it gets over. As I always say, the crowd that goes to the show, they're wanting to buy whatever you sell, so sell them something to buy.
Still haven't had time to sink into Ric Flair's head.
And the thing is, Flair, whether he's thought about it yet, and I'm sure he has,
I know what's coming.
he's got a man to face.
That's right.
He's here tonight. Exactly. It's going to be very interesting to see what does happen here because.
And they sold them, like they sold this crowd so much to buy.
This is Flair. Being a little cosmetic treatment.
Throughout this entire show.
Understandably so, but Ric Flair being congratulated now by Rick Steamboat and others in the ring. Again, I must congratulate Gene Kiniski. I think he did an excellent job as an official. He's a former world heavyweight champion. A great athlete. And I think right down the middle.
And while we're talking about championships too, while we have a chance, right?
That, you know what? One thing I think was missing. One thing I think was missing, unless I missed it, and if I did, I apologize. I really think there should have been like a quick, just some sort of backstage interview with Gene Kiniski, just getting him over as the ref and explaining like, I'm gonna call it down the middle, and you step out of line, you know who you're dealing with. I'm Gene motherfucking Kiniski.
I don't really know how to begin. Thank you very, very much. To try and explain what a major part all of you have played this. To try and explain what a major part all of you have played in this. Each and every one of you that are here tonight, each and every one of you that were out in the closed circuit locations, this is the greatest night of my life, and I can't thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, a highly emotional Ric Flair, and certainly understandably so. Plus with victory, weary, severely beaten, no question about that, but he emerged with victory. He made some comments there that certainly are heartfelt, and I think that really, for all of those people who personally wished him well, and for all of those people who had them in their thoughts and their prayers, I can't help but believe that this helped bring him victory.
Gordon, I'm sure that you're 100% right with that. When you have a crowd as large as was in this arena tonight, over 15,000, 16,000 fans cheering for you,
whoop, whoop.
So that boost you got to feel it inside. I'm sure Ric Flair did.
It had to give him that added courage. It had to give him that great second effort that I've seen Ric Flair do before. He knew the crowd was with him. That adrenaline had to be pumping. But I'll tell you something. Ric Flair, Harley Race, Dusty Rhodes, I can't think of three greater men to hold that World Heavyweight Championship than those three. And it's going to be, I think, 1984 is going to be a very interesting year.
Starrcade 83, what an event.
Bro, you did.
It happened.
Did Gordon solely call it or not right there? 1984 is going to be an interesting year. Bro, did he call that one or what?
I'm happy to announce a new world heavyweight champion, Nature Boy Ric Flair. Rick, it started back when we were in your house months ago, and here we are, world champion.
Oh, geez, it started long before that. And I just don't know how to express it. I don't know how to say thank you to.
Oh, Bockwinkel and Brody. I did not know that match took place. Whoop, whoop.
Jim Crockett. You did.
Okay, yeah, we might need to do that. We might need to do that.
You had the confidence and the faith in me.
It might need to do with HMG After Dark of specific matches, and Bockwinkel and Brody. I think that might need to be one of them. Whoop whoop.
Everybody.
Along with that 6-man barbed wire cage match from UWF, the Fantastics, and Jack Victory versus the Sheepherders and Terry Taylor. Whoop whoop.
You did it. Can't thank you enough. Oh, brother, you had it in you. You had it in you. It just took a little drive. You owe me one, brother. Anytime. Anything you want, it's yours.
Nice. Good shit. Whoop whoop. All inside the ring. Nice.
The world's heavyweight champion, Nature Boy Ric Flair. And it's just an exciting moment here in the dressing room. Let's right now. Hold on a second. Dusty Rhodes.
Congratulations. Won't you remember one thing, Daddy? Down the road, there's one more dream yet to feel. One more dream. 2 times world champion. There's only 2 of us. There's a time coming. Down the road. One more dream. Well, that's true.
What about that?
But now, I want to celebrate the dream that everybody's made possible for me tonight. Thank you very, very much.
To the new world heavyweight champion. Yeah. All right. Nature Boy Ric Flair, 2nd time world's heavyweight champion, and what a scene.
Well, Gordon, Ric Flair right there said, yeah, that's true when Dusty Rhodes came down, but he said, right now, I'm going to celebrate what he is, and I'm going to think about what he is. I'll think about that later, and I'll think about Dusty Rhodes.
Yep, Rhodes and Flair, and then Rhodes and 4 Horsemen. Whoop whoop. Or versus Flair and 4 Horsemen.
He may have had the toughest battle of his life tonight, but he's got tougher ones coming up, no question about it. We're seeing again some shots of the beginning, I believe, of what is going to be quite a victory celebration in the Ric Flair dressing room. And hopefully, if we can, in a moment or two, we'll be going to Barbara Clary, who I think has gone to the other dressing room, that of the defeated world heavyweight champion Harley Race.
Here's what's great about this. This feels like it's got like a real sports feel to it.
I can only say this. I wouldn't blame him if he had nothing to say.
Like this event had like a real sports feel to it. Like this feels like a real sporting event. And we're seeing like the backstage celebrations and the interviews after, you know, the main event and things are done. And this feels like a real sporting event.
I think he may. It's going to be interesting to see just what type of mood he might be in at this point.
Well, obviously, he has to be completely dejected. I would say bloody. There's a fiercely proud man. There's no question about this. And Race, naturally, is going to be gunning.
Here's a man that's held the title now for 7 times, having lost it again. And it's got to be running through his mind.
Yep, exactly, Hammer. Yes. Like this feels like something I would expect to see after like a post match after an NFL game or a hockey game or a baseball game or a basketball game. Like this is what I expect to see, like the backstage interviews, going to the locker room, talking with the players.
When you take the caliber of competition,
and then like, you know, the analysts giving their, you know, analysis of the game, of the show, of the matches.
Has been so successful because facing the very same thing.
Whoop, whoop.
Where Flair goes, he knows he's going to face the very, very toughest, the very best competitor in that area, be it in Singapore, Tokyo, New Zealand, Australia, here in North Carolina, Atlanta. No matter where he goes, he's got to face the best.
And there he is in the dressing room again, still with some of the friends still being congratulated. And Gordon, I think that's another important thing. And now, every match that Ric Flair gets in, he's going to have to be at his most. Everybody's going to be pointing for him in every single match. There's not going to be any easy times for Ric Flair.
No, he's the target. He's the target. Any professional wants to be the very best in his profession, be it a lawyer, a doctor, or a carpenter, a brick mason, no matter what it is. And in athletics, and of course in professional wrestling, every man guns for that one thing, the world.
And the big reason why this worked was because like you had the best in their spots. Like this could not have been like you needed Gordon Soley and Bill Caudle on commentary to sell this. Like you could not have done it without them. This could not have been done without Gordon Soley and Bill Caudle on commentary. Could not have been done without them.
That's for sure. And we're going to try that right now. So let's see if we can get a word from Harley Race, Gordon.
Harley, I'm sorry.
What can I say, Barbara? Other than I did it 7 times.
Dude, and this Barbara chick, she was actually a trailblazer for backstage interviewers.
It stands in my way of doing it 8 times. Other than the life of the Dusty Rhodes and the Ultimate Ric Flair, and a few people in that category. I've been there. I've done it all. Flair, this is your night of glory. The night that was arranged for you. Please, please believe me when I tell you this, that I'm not packing it up and going away and hide. I'm going to hound you like you've never been hounded before in your life. You drove me absolutely insane for 6 months. I'll guarantee you that.
Dude, and this promo by Harley Race in the locker room after the match, incredible. Like Harley Race being like, tonight was your night, Rick, but I'm coming for you. I'm going to be on your ass. Arranged for, yeah. Yeah, I noticed that too. Interesting choice of words. Arranged for you. Very interesting choice of words. I picked up on that too.
That's exactly what I thought Harley Race would have to say. He's that kind of a man. Here tonight in Starrcade 83 and a
dude, that was incredible promo from Harley. Whoop, whoop.
A professional wrestler.
Let's go back down now to Tony in the dressing room. Tony?
Well, not many times are we able to stand with so many world champions, but you're looking at them right now, the new World's Tag Team Champions for the 5th time, I may say, and of course for the 2nd
Yep.
the World's Heavyweight Champions.
I did hear about, yep. And I think it was also, but I believe it was also Vince Sr. who said, hit up, like, the Tennessee territory, because that's kind of more their thing. Hit up, Jarrett and Lawler, because that's kind of more their, something that they're kind of doing. You might get a shot with it down there.
Doesn't mean to say we'll be here tomorrow, because a lot of guys out there that are the best any given night. Tonight.
Cheers, pal. Whoop whoop.
Let me drink a beer to celebrate, because I'm through training for a couple of days. and I'm not saying anything out of context here. We wouldn't be here, and I'm talking about the 3 of us, or Roddy Piper, or Wahoo, or Rufus, or Jimmy Valiant, or any of the guys that have taken tonight. If it weren't for all the tremendous support from a lot of.
Oh yeah, no doubt. If Vince Jr. was in charge when Andy Kaufman came to him with it, Vince Jr. would have been like, "Fuck yeah, pal, let's do it."
The history of professional wrestling has ever done. They just won these titles for the 5th time, and they've been through it, and they've been some awful tough guys.
Thank you very much, Rick. As everybody knows, it's been a long night. The training periods have been very, very long. The hours that we put in, the sweat, the bruises, the pain, and the many times that we thought that we'd get something.
Oh yeah, and Ric Flair and the Young Bloods, pal. Whoop whoop.
And then it wouldn't come around until you just keep plugging at it and plugging at it. But when we came,
and then the history we get between, and the one-on-one match we get between Ric Flair and Ricky Steamboat later on for the NWA World Title. Whoop whoop.
Fans, world champions all around us. The world.
Was this not a snapshot for the future right here? Young Blood Tag Team Champions, Ric Flair World Champion, them together. Whoop whoop.
A lot of gold right there.
League and the American League brought us the World Series. The NFL has brought us The Super Bowl, and now Jim Crockett Promotions has brought us Starrcade 83. Frankly,
Yep.
hardly wait for Starrcade 84. It's got to come.
I tell you, it's been an event, and it's really been something that I think.
Yeah, exactly. Just around 3-ish hours, 3-ish hours, and they got all that in there.
And I have to be touched by the fact that while they're there, they're so happy about what happened to them, Gordon.
It was paced really well.
Rick Steamboat and Jay Youngblood, and at the same time,
That was incredible show. Starrcade 1983, amazing wrestling show, amazing wrestling event. It needs to be curriculum for NXT or any place that has it's like bringing people up, training wrestlers. Starrcade 1983 needs to be curriculum for tapes for students to watch.
And some of the other places, Gordon.
Not just students, anybody getting involved in wrestling need to check it out.
No question about it. From Walla Walla, Washington to New York City to
Like not just from in-ring perspective and how to structure and put together a show, but from announcing to production to serious, it hits everything. Yeah, nothing dragged, nothing was too long. It nailed it, and that's gonna be it for us tonight, guys. Whoop whoop. Thank y'all for stopping, hanging, chilling with us tonight. That was fun. That was super fun. Oh, that would be fun. That would be fun. Although I think that's kind of beyond my pay grade of getting a cornet to one of these watch-alongs. But if that could somehow happen, that'd be tremendous. Too soon, pal.
Interrupt this program for a special report.
All right, so that was fun. That was a very fun, entertaining show, and I'm glad to hang and chill with the Bearcats, the HMG fam, the Jugger Bros. Whoop whoop. Alrighty, so our schedule for the rest of this week coming up tomorrow. We got the SmackDown. We got the Monday Locker Room. We got the Raw Watch Along. We got the Impact Attack. That's right, it is true. And then on Tuesday we have this week in WWE. I think so anyway. I'm not sure on the scheduling on that quite yet. And then we have the A show hitting the marks, the Laser NXT watch along, the Wednesday Locker Room. Then on Wednesday we have the Next Level Wrestling review, the AEW Dynamite watch along in Bell Count. Thursday, the Friday Locker Room, the JCW Lunacy. Well, actually, with this particular week coming up, I know we're going to do TNA Impact watch along, and there's going to be a JCW show midnight-ish on Thursday. We're going to be doing a watch along of. And then on Friday, we got the SmackDown watch along and Bell Count. And then it's either Bloody Mania or Live Lunacy. I'm not 100% sure on the details on that, but we're going to do a live watch along of that. And then on Saturday, we got, I got to kind of get with Jimmy and get our and kind of get things lined up on the schedule. But I'm pretty sure, I'm hoping we're going to do an Insanity review of both the Live Lunacy and Bloody Mania. At least that's what I'm hoping that we're going to be doing based on, scheduling and whatnot. And then on Sunday, we got The Wreckage, followed up with HMG After Dark. Not sure what we're doing that night. I think I'm going to go back to some of the gangster movies I haven't seen yet. And it's probably going to be either Goodfellas or Casino for this Sunday. That's a good question. Let me get my Grok out. Let's get Grok out and ask. And we can get this result here real quick. All right, the only thing I'm getting is Friday, August 21st. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure on the exact time or what day it's going into, but yeah, we'll be doing live watch-alongs of those when they air. And don't forget to like, subscribe, ring that bell. So check us out on Patreon, patreon.com/Hami Media Group. And don't forget to check out our friends over on youtube.com/The Vince Russo. We get a lot of good stuff over there, as well as the Backstage Lunacy hosted by Mad Mac Davis and Jeff. Give me two slices lane. For the Backstage Lunacy with a special guest every week after JCW Lunacy airs. And then their Patreon, patreon.com/The Vince Russo TWC, where you get all the brand channel attitude content, such as Cast Rating the Marks, the Raw SmackDown review, Matches to Theater, Alliance Tigers, Better Than Head, on top of so much other content. Like, you get so much bang for your buck over there. And also JCW Lunacy, that airs every Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central, at youtube.com/Psychopathic Records. Check it out. It is the most entertaining and fun weekly episodic wrestling TV show you will watch, in my opinion. And as for me, you can catch me on Twitter. The kids call it these days the X at LG Brandon Whoop. I'm also on Twitch at twitch.tv/LG Brandon Whoop Whoop. Where I may or may not be tonight. I'm not 100% sure yet. I might do Twitch tonight. Not sure. I'm still kind of on the fence on that. Actually, kind of leaning towards nah. I kind of need to take some rest, but I will be doing a lot more Twitch than usual this week. A lot more Twitch than usual this week because I actually got a week off from work this week. Like the entire week off from today Sunday till next Sunday, I'm completely off because I'd asked off for the gathering. I was planning on going to, but because of real life stuff kind of getting in the way, I declined to do so. So I'm instead do a bunch of DoorDash. So I'm kind of I got my own work schedule. I can do kind of my own thing with this week, so it's gonna be fun. We'll get that stuff figured out. But yeah, tonight though, I think tonight I'm gonna rest and relax and get ready for this coming week. All right, so that's gonna be it for us tonight. Take off, stopping, hanging, chilling. Todd, Bruce, Hammer, Labrat, Dan. See how so I don't feel like I'm forgetting anybody. If I forget anybody, I apologize. And all the Bearcats, Jugger Bros, HMG Army. We're out. We'll catch you later, pal. Whoop whoop.